Hey, hello everybody. How's everybody doing? I am so excited for this week's FreeFlow Showcase. It is my favorite day of the week. I actually put on a shirt that has buttons on it. I didn't untuck it though. Okay, let me get this. Okay, I gotta get set. Okay, here we go. Gotta look nice and professional. There you go. Feels good. Okay, so it is awesome to be here, guys. It is Saturday night, our favorite day of the week. What we do on the FreeFlow Showcase is we pick our favorite people from our community. We ask them to do a spot. It's about like 10 minutes each person. There's a huge variety of performers. We got musicians, comedians, we have rappers, we have dancers, all these different things. And we also have an open mic. So anybody out there who's ever wanted to perform, please let us know and want to be able to support you guys as much as we can. Some of the people who actually have performed on our open mics have never performed before, ever, but because of our wonderful community, and we brought everybody all together, and we're always supporting each other, they felt strong enough to be able to get on there. And then actually, they did so well, we actually booked them on future showcase shows. So that's why I love this community so much. It is such a beautiful space where we're able to just come together, grow together, and that's one of the most important things about all the people that come to the show. We're always looking to grow. We're always looking to get better. Even myself, I've been doing this for 13 years, if you could believe it. The first performance I ever had was doing my grandfather's eulogy. In his passing, I felt like this was the gift that he had given to me, to be able to talk shit, talk to people, get everybody hyped up, enjoy life in that way. So I did his eulogy. And then after that, 1 month later, I went and did my first comedy set, So just to be able to have that inspiration, to have people there to support you, even in his passing, I feel like I've been able to continue on his wonderful legacy of like opening up and connecting to people. And I've always looked up to him. And I hope that that's what this space is for. Everybody feels like we're like a big family. That's what it's all about, right? So one of the things that I started doing this week, I've actually been meditating, guys. Yes. Meditating. This brain, imagine this brain meditating. Boing, 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 boing. It's like, imagine, if, like when in Super Mario World, when you have one of those turtle like shells and then it gets in between two places really quickly. That's what it is. Like that's what my brain is like, right? So imagine trying to meditate with that. But one thing that I noticed that really helped me with meditation is you got to connect to the breath, everybody, like the ins and the outs. That's what it's all about. And be able to focus on that. So I really hope that anybody out there who's wanting to meditate and you're like, yo, my brain is too crazy. There's literally no way that I could actually get into that. Look at this guy. Look at me. If I could do it, you could do it. That's what I think, So another thing that I wanted to make sure that I commented on, it is important to remember that we have lots of wonderful people in our incredible community. And one of them is one of our co-producers, Adrian, and a huge piece of news that we found out this week. And I wanted to actually throw it to Adrian, and he wants to tell us a little bit about his week because something very exciting happened for him. And I want everybody to give so this is the way that we do it. We could send love through here if you don't want to talk. You could snaps. You could clap, you could cry, oh my God, whatever you guys want, but give a lot of love right now. We're going to send it over to Adrian. He's going to share a little bit of wonderful news from his week. So here he is. Yeah.
Hello. What's going on, world? Welcome, our FreeFlow Showcase crew. Good to have you here. Hunter, how's my sound?
Yo, sounds great, buddy.
Perfect.
You look even better.
Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, so we're still in quarantine. We're in week number 8, is it now? Craziness, but we still got FreeFlow going hard and strong. It's awesome. And I just want to share with you that, okay, so I've been a member of the Green Party of Canada for 11 years now. And this year I ran for the federal council. So the federal council is basically the governing body of the Green Party. It's the board of directors. So I was running for the Ontario representative. And you know what? I won. I know. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
So I am right now one of 18 major decision makers in the Green Party of Canada. So it's everything from governance to elections, getting ready for elections and candidates and whatnot. It's a big deal.
Remember where you started.
Free Flow, Gallery 1017. Yeah, so I ran on a platform of diversity, and basically my argument was this: if you want to be a major national party and you want to be taken seriously, you gotta have some brothers and sisters on the board. You know what I mean? You can't just be all like old white men and women, because you got no credibility. And Canada is such a diverse country. Our strength of Canada is our diversity. So why isn't the Green Party diverse? And if we're not diverse, how are we ever going to be taken seriously? Because we're missing out on a huge opportunity to bring in some great talent, people from all over the world and whatnot. And I was basically blunt. I said to people, listen, in our webinars and our debates, I said, listen, if you really care about the party, do you have the courage to put your money where your mouth is and elect people of color? And you know what? People did. So it was a ranked ballot initiative, preferred voting system where you can choose for a second, third kind of thing. And there were 8 of us running for the Ontario representative, the most competitive field in the entire country. And not only did I win, but right off the bat, I was leading by over 100 votes. So, and I led in every round. So basically the membership said, yeah, you're right. We need to improve our diversity. We're going to elect a person of color. In other words, we're going to elect the Black man because he called us out and we got to do the right thing. And I was just so impressed by it and so surprised. So I just want to share that with you. But I also want to say this to you people. I'm going to be recruiting widely. So I'm also running, I'm also on a campaign. So right now there's a leadership race going on. We're trying to find a new leader to replace Elizabeth May. Everybody knows who Elizabeth May is, right? She's a leader of the Green Party. So she stepped down after the last election. Right now there's a leadership race, and I'm working for a woman, this wonderful, kick-ass Black woman who's running for leadership, and I think she's got a great chance of winning. So I'm the chair of the outreach committee. So I'm going to reach out to everyone I know, basically anyone who's in their 30s or in their 20s, anyone who marched in a climate strike or Fridays for Future event. I want everybody to join the Green Party because green is the future. The Green Party is a part of the future. My philosophy is that we need to push the boundaries of what we think is acceptable, what kind of society we want to build. We don't want the status quo. We don't want the liberals, what they think of oil and gas and resource extraction. We don't want the conservatives because all they think about is far right and money, money, money. And we need to go as far left as possible to include everybody into the family. And for me, it's the Green Party. So I would like for everybody to seriously consider thinking about joining the Green Party because we need to improve our country and the planet. I mean, this virus, COVID-19, didn't just come out of nowhere. It came up because we have an effed up food supply system. We have a food industry who creates food for profit, not for health or sustainability, but for profit. That has to change. That's why we have this corona thing running around with bat pooping on pigs, sty, and then people eating it in the stall, and then the whole world is going on lockdown. That needs to change. So keep in mind that the Green Party is a part of the future. I'm going to be reaching out to everybody that I know, dog, cat, man, woman, whatever, and I want you to join the Green Party. All right? That's all I got to say.
All right. Cool, sweet, man. Cool. Thank you so much. Guys,
you're welcome.
Give lots of love to Adrian Curry. Yo, make a difference. How amazing is that? And I love the platform that the Green Party is all about. It's all about weed. It's all about getting high. It's all about getting stoned.
No.
It's all about. Oh, it's not about that. Okay, it's not about that. Sorry, guys.
That's the Jamaican Green Party.
I'm just messing around.
This is the Canadian Green Party.
I just can't. For me, it's like it was so serious and so beautiful, and I really appreciate that. I also just gotta like mess around with all. Okay, so. I really appreciate that, though, Adrian. I love that you're making a huge difference in our country, in our communities, and you're really pushing not just like yourself, but the people around you to start thinking bigger, and that's really powerful and that's really beautiful. One of the things that I want to mention to all of my new friends that have never come to the show before, if any of you guys are ever interested in jumping our open mic, that's something that we are always looking for performers to be on the open mic. It is super important for that. But before we get into our actual show, there's a couple of things I also want to announce. We did start a Patreon page. So if any of you guys are interested in, giving any funding so we can start like paying our performers what they deserve and then being able to actually support what it is that we're doing. We do this as a weekly show for a reason because we want to make sure that we're building the community. So here is our this is our Patreon page right here. It's So we actually have 2 people who've been giving. So thank you guys so much for the people who have. You get lots of great content as well. So huge shout out to Taylor, who's out there, who has been coming to our show for the last like couple months. He actually has a website where he's interviewing a lot of musicians and that kind of stuff, as well as a new Facebook page that we just actually released this week, which over 175 people actually just joined it within like the last 2 days or something. So we're super hyped about that. And this is Taylor's website where you could actually contact him, and he actually has a lot of important he's interviewing people and he's connecting to people about this stuff. So definitely check out this video as well. So huge shout out to him for supporting our show. Thank you so much. What we want for you guys to feel like is that we are in this big community. We want you guys to feel loved and like supported, and all the projects that you guys are working on, we want to be there for you guys. I also wanted to mention that this is so special to be able to have an open mic. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to certain open mics. Sometimes they're very challenging. You don't really know anybody. If you've ever been to a comedy open mic, my God, it's like so lonely. You're like telling some jokes and then like nobody's listening. They're all just working on their jokes and stuff. So kind of the vision of what our open mic is, I'm going to share I actually wrote a poem about this, and then I'm going to bring up your first performer after that. And then, but before I actually jump into this, Daniel actually has this amazing challenge that he's wanting to share with us a little bit. He's been actually connecting to the idea of what the special word, which is accountability. And us as a community, we want to be able to put it out to anybody out there who wants to participate in this. We want to be able to challenge ourselves and to grow together in like an accountability way. So Daniel over here, he's actually going to tell you guys a little bit more about our accountability challenge. And I'm going to share a poem, and then we're going to jump into our first performer. All right, here we go. Where's Daniel at?
Hey guys, it wasn't too much. It's just really wanting to gauge, the question on my mind is how to extend the community beyond just a Saturday night thing. And I find myself through the friendships that I've established and the friends that I have, like we hold each other accountable to the things that we really want. Sometimes when I'm not just doing it for me, I'm doing it for my family. It's easier to do, kind of a thing. So I was just kind of putting out some feelers to see if anybody was interested in being part of sort of like an accountability club. Ultimately, I know Anto did it with a friend of his, and he has such a great idea where you put in like if you want to do a financial thing just to make yourself more accountable, but you agree to doing, okay, every week I'm going to do 1 10-minute update about anything, or every day I'm going to write 100 words or something. And you just say, and I'm going to do this every day for a week. Here's $20. If I don't complete the task, whoever does complete their tasks can take that money home. So it's kind of like you're with your friends, you even put like a financial thing into it, but that's not the main thing. The most important thing is gauging interest to see if anybody wants to be a part of a group to help us achieve our goals, to encourage each other and support each other outside of just the show right here. It's just kind of broadening it. So if anybody is interested in being part of like a little group, we can definitely hash out the rules of how we're involved and what we want to do further. But if you do, just throw your email in the chat and I'm going to write them down, and we'll go forward with that. But I don't want to take too much time for the show. I would love to get into these and see some of the performers. So I'm going to throw it right back to you, Anto. Thank you.
Oh, catch it back. Oh, not yet. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, so it's like one of those, those makeup videos, and they're like, woo, and they like toss it, and you're like, oh, I can't. Okay, so I do that literally every week, and it makes me laugh every single time. Okay, so I'm going to jump into this this poem before we get into our first performer, and it's really just wanting to highlight how important open mics have been for me and what it is that they've done for myself. So thank you guys so much for everything so far, and I'm glad that you guys are listening and you guys are participating and being a part of our night tonight. It is very special. Every single Saturday we get to do this. So this piece is called Open Mics Are Our Churches. Open mics are our churches, loving the hymns and the hers with stories as our building blocks. Let go of your inhibitions to share in the company. Each an entrepreneur, an artist, an activist, spreading love, laughter, beauty, anger through music, comedy, poetic wordplay. We play in our worlds to search for our personal mediums, high and the lows, with the others low on the highs. I will be your MC this evening. And I've seen you before. You're absolutely wonderful. Whatever your style, everyone receives the same amount of time. Express how you may, but don't forget, let the mic open you up. Open mics are our churches, and it's our turn to fill up the collection plate. The attention that we are given, it's our turn to return the appreciation. With each soul that is bared on stage, their voice, we can now rejoice how lucky we live where we listen. We are in the here and the now. This is the wrapped up present as we take our bow. Our activism is our voice, is our art. That's been the show. It is amazing. The open mics are our churches. We each step up as the pastor, yet I can't look past her. She stands firmly in the spotlight when she brings us to a dark spot. Her pain drips off her lips, cleaning up the messes of every other lover she has ever forgotten. She slams her irony fist on her heart to shove each last memory back in there. Don't you ever forget, she exclaims, and I'm not claiming to know her, but she did this for us. She did this for her, and we each leave at peace with her pie, 3.14 each of us, because of how she served it. Our hands over our hearts, we savor the last bite. Open mics are our churches. A choir is what you get, the voices ringing like the bells of summer bikes, flowing dress rehearsals, practicing perfection. He scribbled down the first notes he belts out. Strap yourselves in for the upbeat song about being beat up. I was running with the bullies in Spain. They flushed my glasses down the drain, knocked my books down the hall. Then Nancy B never called to Chris Hamilton. I wish you could see my wife. She's the hot, she makes my life. No thanks to you or your mean crew. You made me boo-hoo. Her buns lemon Lulu. Fuck Chris Hamilton. Emphasizing him up, we felt his stacks of chips grow as we went all in, strumming his tune up. How we flipped the pain upside down and found how the downside could bring us up. Open mics are our churches. And I got a confession to make. I wrote this whole poem to speak about comedy. It is my North Star, my guide to this ride that is life, to the Masai Mara in Kenya, to cross-Canada journey, to my cousin's holy matrimony. Adventures abound, invite me on a daily basis. Comparing your sons, the only son I want to bring to you, mother, is to help you rise. Laughter is the best medicine, and one day I will heal your soul. I soldier on each day in funny business, something I take extremely seriously. Grinding the bottom of the barrel of monkeys that is our scene. Everything you view as an artist, people do not consider in stand-up comedy. We stand up for freedom of speech. The amount of comedians who are fathers, brothers, activists, friends, highlighting the hard overcoming mental health through arts. We fight in a club that is the Brad Pitts of hell. So when we rise each morning, we live our own personal heavens. Each clap and laugh and acknowledgement fresh. Open mics are our churches. With each soul that is bared on stage, that is the wrapped up present as we take our bow. Our activism is our voice, is our art, and that's been the show. And you've been an incredible audience. Give yourselves a big round of applause as we begin the show. And I can say that it's plausible you'll get up here one day too and think it through, because this open mic, it believes in you. All right. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
All right. I love you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited to bring you guys our first performer. It is such a special thing to be able to bring this. Like I mentioned, I started this 13 years ago, and he was actually one of my first favorite comedians that I've ever had when I was actually here in Ottawa. So if you guys can give a huge round of applause to Mr. Alex Wood, everybody. Give it up.
Hello. Can I just say I am disgusted with all of you for not wearing masks right now, okay? We don't know a lot about this disease. We don't know. It could be spread on the internet, too. I hope you guys all had fun at Queen's Park today for your protest against COVID-19. This is, I got to stop doing this show. Last time I followed this absolutely incredible singer-songwriter who did a it was a hauntingly beautiful song. And then tonight, Adrian announcing that he's about to save the world. And then it's like, oh, yo, and then next is a guy with a fucking towel hanging up in his bedroom. Wear a mask and yell at you about. I was doing pretty well with COVID with the lockdown for a while. I was doing really good. And then I shaved my head, and it's I was doing so well, and then I don't know what came over me. It was like about a week and a half ago. I just woke up like, I'm a soldier of fortune now. It's time. And I thought it looks all right like this, except for the fact that I have to wear glasses all the time. So I train now and shit like that, and I'm like, yeah, I look like a badass but then it's a totally different look when this happens. Then it's oh, this is the guy in IT that everybody is scared is gonna want to. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, man, I hate it. I quit drinking and I quit doing drugs though, like a few years ago now, and I've never been happier. It sucks, but it's so much better to be this way during the lockdown, because like everyone I know who lives very unhealthy is having the hardest time with this. Like I'll call up a friend of mine who's like a big booze hound and shit, and it'd be like, oh man, I think I got COVID. I got it. I know I got it. I got it. I got a headache. I got this headache, but it's not going away. And then I'm like, well, when's the last time you had a drink of water? And they're like, 18 months ago. What's your point? I'm like, have a glass of water. I think that you might just be dehydrated, and that's where this headache's coming in. They're like, no, it's COVID for sure, man. I know it. But yeah, I was doing really well for the first little bit, and then yeah, it's just not. It's taken a turn for sure for me. That's where I discovered music, though. I decided it's been 40 days now. I decided that I wanted to start learning to play guitar. And I thought, like, well, I have time, so I practiced. And I thought I made it really manageable. I was like, I'm going to practice for just 1 hour every single day, until I get good at it. And I was, like, embarrassed to start, because I got, like, stubby fingers and stuff. And I tried to play guitar a few times in my life, but I've never been very good at it. But every day, 1 hour for the past 40 days today. And wow. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I got now. It's pretty good. Do do do. Gas, classical gas, dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Classical gas, dun 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 dun. So that's just the beginning.
Love that song. Wow.
It'll get better as we go. I was debating how to do that bit. Do I do the do-do-do's or do I play the YouTube video classical gas? And then I was like, there's going to be an ad halfway through that's really going to step on the bit. They're going to be like, oh, no, I know how to play classical gas. And then I'll press play and it'll be like, we here at Taco Bell know this is a difficult time. You're sad about COVID, but Taco Bell's got your back. Oh, my God. But, yeah, I will actually do this. This part's real. That was just a joke. The singing voice may have like, boy, I thought he was actually playing guitar there. So I do have a book. It's supposed to come out like around a year from today-ish. It's supposed to come spring 2021. I don't have high hopes for it. It's like my final draft is due in like 3 weeks. And then today I take I was like on a 5-hour session. This is all rewrites and edits and punch-ups right now. And then I take this break today and I open Facebook, and the top of my Facebook feed is my the head editor of my publishing house, and he's like, our sales are getting killed right now, everybody. I don't know if we're gonna make it. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and click this. It's so fucking brutal, and it's because of Amazon. It's Amazon's killing everything right now, but it's like Amazon returned a bunch of the books to the publisher. They were like, you know what? You're on your own. Like, what the fuck? Man, Bezos is like Lex Luthor. This is unbelievable. He already bought the books, and then he just sent them back to the publisher and reneged on the last payment. And then they were like, well, you can't do this. We have a contract. He's like, what are you going to do? Fucking sue Amazon? So, Adrian, I was thinking we should sue Amazon. That's what like. Get on it, you and me, buddy. I can put on my guitar and sing some protest songs. But anyways, I'll read some from my book. This will be the first reading. I don't even know if I'm allowed to do this. Probably not, but whatever, man. The publisher's already like, our fucking walls are on fire. We're not going to release anything. But yeah, it's supposed to come out a year from now on Arsenal Pulp, which is a publishing house in Vancouver. And they usually do books with a lot less dick jokes in them. I have no idea why they let me do this, but so it's based on my podcast where I quit something different all the time, and I quit my smartphone for a while, and this is the section on that. Please don't laugh when I probably stumble over reading my own words. Like, I for sure will do that. I also want to say I don't understand how anyone wrote a book before like 2002. Because I'll just be sitting here, I'll be like, ooh, I've used the word distraught a few times. Better open Google and find a new word for distraught. And then it's like, this is amazing. I'm barely writing this thing, you know? So I'm sure one of those synonyms came up that I have no idea how to pronounce. I also, when I was wearing baklava, is that what it is? Because I always call it baklava, and I don't look to see the difference. And I feel like Donald Trump when I try to say baklava. Thing I was wearing earlier, I can't hit it, man. Anyway. Gather around the fireplace channel, you younger readers. I have a tale to tell. Something I've seen with my own eyes and heard with my own ears from a bygone era long forgotten. At the very end of the 1900s is where I first remember seeing them in everyday life. Before that, it was only in movies. They were even at my junior high school. Not many of them, but enough to notice. A human being stood out so strongly back then if they had one in their hand. The rest of us would marvel as we gazed on and wondered, what kind of asshole thinks they need a cell phone? It's true, I swear it. We may not admit it, but when cell phones first came out of action movies and into real life, we hated them. The idea of needing to be reached 24 hours a day was reserved for only the Batmanest of jobs prior to cell phones. But somewhere along the way, we all decided, or it was decided for us, that we were important enough to be literally on call at all times. After a while, that was cool and all, but wouldn't it be great to be able to talk to someone without having to go through the grueling task of talking to someone? Texting brought with it new and exciting ways for human beings to show each other their genitals and kill each other while driving. I like that one. Then you know what they did? They made them smart. Smart enough that communicating with another person wasn't even necessary for using the phone. For the first time ever, you didn't need another human being on the other end. The phone itself is what you were interacting with. See, that's where I get like real deep, you know? It's not just fucking saying something with that. Oh, God. During the rise of mobile cellular devices, some people began to wonder if these tiny things that emit, this is where I get all like, Bill Gates created COVID in a lab, I guess. But it's true, there's some concerns about some of that, right? To wonder if these things emit radio frequency electromagnetic waves were safe to be near our brains and reproductive organs at all hours. Of course they're safe, said cell phone companies. We aren't sure, said scientists. We are sure, retorted the unbiased cell phone companies with nothing to gain. Excessive cell phone use is linked to a variety of health problems, both physical and psychological, said the virgins. Name one. Eye strain. Well, that could be from all the tablets and laptops. Don't you guys make those too? Next question. Well, these aren't questions, but okay. Excessive cell phone use is created. Why am I yelling? Excessive cell phone use is a new health problem called text neck. Text neck, that could be from anything. Infertility in men. You know, a lot of people are just adopting dogs now. One in 6 cell phones have fecal matter on them. Oh, like you never ate at McDonald's before. I'm used to doing stand-up, so that's why I'm yelling while I'm supposed to be reading. I don't know, man. If the world goes back to normal in a year from now, I'm going to be like in chapters across the country on this book tour, and everyone's like, why is this guy doing stand-up into a book? Like, why is he yelling at me? But, and then Anto, feel free to light me. I feel like, I don't know how, I never know. Even though there's a clock right here, right there, two inches.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
2 minutes, perfect, thank you. You know, stand-ups, we can't do anything until being told you have 2 minutes left here, pal. Those are just the physical problems presented by severely needing a keypad experience, or Snake, named after the cell phone program, I believe was the precursor for all this attention-draining and dopamine-firing apps that would follow. It was the first thing about phones that I remember people using the term addictive for. Released in 1997, Snake was a game on 350 million devices at its peak. Simplistic and intricate at the same time, it engrossed an entire generation. The game consisted of you controlling a snake that gets bigger every time it feeds, to the point it's so big you can't avoid eating your own tail and dying. It's like it was sent back in time to warn us all about what was to come with smartphones. Now, this is the last section I'll use. Snake's physical problems are paired with awful psychological ones. According to Kent State University, after a survey of 454 students ranked them in order of their cell phone use into 3 groups, from high user, reported 10 hours a day, to low-end user, 3 hours per day. The HUs were the most susceptible to boredom and experienced the most distress, while the LUEs were reported as highest preference for challenge, most aware, least susceptible to boredom. Obviously, after seeing results of a study like this, one can't help but ponder, wait, 3 hours a day is the low user?
Yeah.
And then Snake has been linked to, I probably don't have to say that between paragraphs too. And then stand up in me, man. It's all these bad habits. I can't even read without trying to segue. It's the same. Oh, dating's tough. Anyways, back to my thing. Back to the book I'm currently. Snake has been linked to relationship problems. In a comprehensive study done right now in my book, I can prove it. Think of a time when a romantic partner's cell phone use upset you. That didn't take long, did it? You thought of that instantly. More than one instance, probably. Oh, nothing came to mind? That's so cool. Why don't you call your parents that are still together and talk about how fucking annoyingly healthy you are in all your interpersonal relationships? So, yeah, that's my set. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. Congrats, Adrian.
Oh.
Around for the whole show because I got to keep writing this fucking book because that's the only part that's good. Everything else is shit. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to. That's why I shaved my head. I'm going to grow a mustache and hope that does something for me. I don't know. But, yeah, I'll be around for a bit. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Everybody, big round of applause. Get up for Alex Wood, everybody. Yes, that was awesome. Man, that was so cool to be able to see it in book form, buddy. I actually wrote your podcast into the chat as well. If anybody wants to check out the podcast, how many episodes have you done now?
58. So
58, and it was all about like quitting different things. So it's called Alex Wood Quits Everything.
Yeah, let me plug it really quick by just saying all the
go for it.
shit I've quit because it is pretty fucking staggering at this point. And I also already inboxed Adrian to see if he wants to come on because now there's an emphasis on the environment. So this is networking. This is fantastic. But I've quit cocaine, alcohol, hard drugs, cigarettes, Amazon, plastic water bottles, WWE. That one's out of place, but you'll get it if you listen. Cigars, coffee, buying anything new, online shopping, throwing away food, weed, red meat, dairy, chips and candy, and that's it.
Wow.
But thanks. Enjoy your set, everybody. This was so much fun.
Yeah, buddy. Great job. Thank you again for coming. And one of the things I want to emphasize on why I was so excited to bring you back is the idea of like this week, we're introducing the concept of leaning on the community for growth and to be able to see other people who are doing certain things. When I was talking to you, I can't even believe the shit that you quit, man. There's so many things in there that it's like a lot of other people have not been able to quit and they've been overwhelmed with that. So great job. If everybody can one more time give a huge round of applause for Alex Wood. Thank you for coming by, buddy. That's so great. It's so nice to be able to see you that you shaved your head as well, because that's pretty much the guy version of cutting bangs for girls. You know, like once if you're inside for long enough for COVID, you're either gonna get bangs if you're a girl, or if you're a guy, you're gonna shave your head. That's pretty much what's happening for everybody. So, but I gotta keep the show rolling. Our next performer, I actually seen him sing multiple times. What an amazing voice that he's got, and I'm so hyped to have him on the show. So please give a big round of applause right now for Danny Lewin. Give it up. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for having me, Anto. Thanks.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my name is Danny. I do a lot of original music, and today I have 2 original songs I like to perform for everyone. This first one's called Meant to Be. It's about having to choose between either a relationship with someone I really cared about or my passion for music, which is, takes up much time as a relationship does sometimes, and it's not for everyone. So here we go. I got this heavy feeling weighing down my chest, with words that long to break free every single breath. As I look into your eyes, I can't forget about all the promises I haven't kept. I swore to you that I would always do my best, but now I'm swearing at myself for such a mess. I'm sorry that I'm putting you through all of this. I just wish it didn't have to be like this. And oh, nothing really makes sense anymore. I can't get you off my mind, and sure if we're meant to be this time. Yeah. You're so innocent, this fault is on my own. How could you ever know of things you never told? As you look into my eyes, I can't let go, can't let go. All of my emotions that seem to take hold. You've put your trust in all the words I've ever said, but now I'm wishing I told other truths instead. You got a smile that I just wish I could forget. Just forget about all the problems filling up my head. And oh, nothing really makes sense anymore. I can't get you off my mind. And you're all I've ever wanted, but now I'm not sure if we're meant to be this time. I'm in love with the words that I wish that I could say just to you and no one else, but sorry, that's just not the case. I'm in love, but with who? I wish it was just with you and no one else, but sorry, only if you knew. And oh, nothing really makes sense anymore. I can't get you off my mind. Oh, nothing really makes sense anymore. I can't get you off my mind. You're all I've ever wanted, but now I'm not sure if we're meant to be.
Woo. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need those.
Yeah, you don't need those.
You don't need those, Danny.
Don't need Thanks, guys. I know. You know what? Yeah. I just maybe thought it'd be nice to hear everyone's applause. But okay, thank you. And I have one more song. It's another original of mine. It's called Rain Rain. This one's a metaphor. Sometimes the rain's a really beautiful, nice thing, and you like it. Sometimes you like it. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes the best thing. Sometimes it comes at the worst times. So this one's like about a relationship too, because that's what artists like to write about. At least I do. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day, and take this pain with you. I'm trying to be okay, but you just keep on bothering me. I want to live without you. Your presence is so addicting. You draw me with your smell. Your intentions conflicting. Love with you is hard to tell, and I'm lost in your mystery. Sometimes you are my soul, but tonight in our history, you just freeze me with your cold. You dredge me, weigh me down, and let me turn into a memory that I can't let go. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day, and take this pain with you. I'm trying to be okay, but you just keep on bothering me. I want to live without you. Your voice is so contradicting. I thought thought I missed it so, but now it's just so restricting. I can't feel my senses flow, and I thought I was thirsty, needing something I could drink. But I learned on the first sip that I still need time to think. You drench me, weigh me down and let me turn into a memory that I can't let go. The rain fade, go away, come again another day, and take this pain with you. I'm trying to be okay if you just keep on bothering me. I want to live without rain. Pray, go away, come again another day. I'm trying to be okay, but you just keep on bothering me. Rain, rain, go away, come again another day, and take this pain with you. I'm trying to be okay, but you just keep on bothering me. I want to live without you.
Oh, Danny, so good.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, everyone. That was a lot of fun.
Nice. Good work.
That was awesome, buddy.
Sounded
Great
great.
job.
Fantastic.
That was amazing to see. Guys, everybody give a big round of applause one more time. We're just going to shoot it all over to you. Give it up for Danny Lewin, everybody.
Bye.
All right. So this is actually his Instagram if you guys are wanting to follow that. Yeah, there it is.
I used to have long hair too, eh?
Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, buddy. That was awesome. Really appreciate it. Guys, that was so good, right? That was amazing. I don't know if you wanted to read some of the comments. Some of the girls were going a little crazy in there. You want to read that a little bit? But that was amazing. I'm so proud of you, man. And even just from the first time I saw you perform, you've gotten so much better as well. So I don't know exactly what you've been doing, but it's great to be able to see you grow and be able to see you get better.
Thank you very much,
definitely add him on Instagram. And if you want to connect, there's multiple people who are asking for that. So thank you for coming out to our show. And we're so grateful for you to be able to actually like come and connect in that way. So definitely follow. Yes, Danny Lewin right there. Whoever is showing that screen didn't even follow them, so I don't know if that's the best thing to maybe do that first. No, I'm just joking. So before I bring up your next performer, I actually wanted to comment a little bit too on oh yeah, there you go. It's nice and followed right there. I'm getting like a
I was getting to it, man. This is juggling like 20 plates here. Come on.
Yeah, so one of the things I want to comment on, it is Asian Heritage Month, guys. May is Asian Heritage Month. It is so exciting, and big shout out to Danny for putting himself out there and being an Asian dude who's coming out and sharing. As an Asian person myself, it was not a very common thing when I first started doing stand-up, and for me to actually talk from my heart and from my soul as like a human, that's not what I used to be able to do. When I first started doing comedy, I was only allowed to Russell Peters that shit. I was only allowed to talk about what my face looked like, just all the different like random shit like that. That's all I was able to do, but we've come so far. And but I also want to talk about how far we've come, because we get to share May, the national month of many different things, actually, not just Asian Heritage Month. So I'm going to read you guys a couple of the other things that are also this month. So May is also wonderful causes. We have ALS Awareness Month. So that's important. Celiac disease, very good, you know. We have Asperger's Month. Oh, wait, no, actually, it's National Asparagus Month, not Asperger's, asparagus. National Dental Care, National Stroke Awareness, National Mental Health Awareness, very important, right? Then it starts getting a little more who wrote these, like those are super important ones, right? Like also brain cancer and brain tumors, super important. And then we get into National Barbecue Month. Okay, guys, let's just National Bike Month. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, no offense, Adrian, I know how much you love your bike, but are you serious? National Chamber Music Month. Okay, now it's getting ridiculous. National Hamburger Month. National Hamburger Month, guys. How do you like your hamburgers made? What is happening right now? National Photography Month. I guess that's okay. National Recommitment Month. I don't even know what that means. National Salad Month. National Salsa Month. And finally, my favorite, and you guys could actually comment into the chat, National Egg Month. Egg, guys. Literally an egg. Like, we're sharing our month of National Asian Heritage Month with National Egg Month. Okay, so just in case if you wanted to put into the chat what your favorite way to cook an egg is to make sure to honor the Asian in all of us. So that's what I wanted to comment on and how wonderful it is. We have our own month, but it is very confusing still. But I wanted to give a shout out to Danny, as well as myself and all of my Asian fellow friends out there. And our next performer is one of my favorite people in the whole world, who happens to be Asian as well, but also one of my favorite people to have deep, important conversations about community, about growing, about all that great stuff. So give a huge round of applause for one of my favorite people in the whole world. You're up for Hanya Chang, everybody. Yeah. Where are you at? All right, I gotta find you. Oh, there you are.
Can you see me?
I couldn't see your face because it was so close. There you are.
Because I've drank like half a beer and my face is so red already. I thought it was so funny earlier when you were like, it's Asian. You tried to say like the Asian American Pacific Islander thing, but you like forgot it. So you were just like, it's Asian Heritage Month. Just so you know, a little educational moment for everyone. It's Asian American Pacific Islander. The Pacific Islander, I'm pretty sure, is an American term that's referring to Hawaiians.
Yo,
I
that's
could
why
be
I cut
wrong.
it all out.
I could be wrong, but I think that's my understanding of it.
No, you're correct. You're correct.
I'm correct, right?
Yes.
But you like totally forgot it. I just want to know you on that. But hey, guys, it's Egg Month, so you know. Cool. I'm also wearing your chopstick, Anto.
Aww.
I know. I love you. I'm here because of Anto. I love relationships. I love love. And my name's Hanya, by the way. I go by any pronoun. Today in particular, I'm really feeling like a he, him energy. I don't know if you can feel it through the internet, but I'm like really giving it off today. You know, I'm drinking a beer. Like, hell yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to start off with a song. I wrote this song at the very beginning of COVID, but technically I've been writing this song for 3 years. But because COVID, you know, dropped all this time into my lap, I was like, okay, let me revisit this song. So then I rewrote it. And so, you know, the best things take the most time. So this is technically like a 3-year song. Anyway, okay. Yay! I'm going to start. Hey, you over there on the other side of the couch. Beware of the danger. Don't be a stranger. I'm your friend. There is always abundance in your pocket. Don't forget to check your corner. The world is your oyster, and life will give you lemons. Remember to stay tender, squeeze a little tighter, believe a little harder. Don't be afraid to try again. Don't be afraid to try. If you ask nicely, the universe will reply. The universe will be inspired by your desires and conspire to help you. There is always abundance in your pocket. Don't forget to check your corner. The world is your oyster, and life will give you lemons. Remember to stay tender, squeeze a little tighter, believe a little harder. Don't be afraid to try again. Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to try again. Don't be afraid to try. Guys, loving how we're really interchanging the pronouns for me. It means a lot. Thank you. We're really, like, I do really go by any pronoun. So COVID, eh? Like, whoa, you know, pandemic. So I think I've reached like a whole new level of feminism during COVID. I was reading a self-help book the other night while masturbating, and then I paused to come, and then I went back to reading right after. I was like, whoa, I didn't think I like had it in me, you know? But yeah, I'm like a raging feminist now. But in reality, COVID, I think, is ups and downs for everyone. It comes in waves for me. You know, like the first 2 weeks was like, oh, I have to adjust. And then like the week 2 to 4, I was adjusting. And then week like whatever, 4 to now, whatever this is, I'm like, oh shit, like I've adjusted. And it's really hard because I'm just a very external person. Like a lot of my validation and sense of self comes from other people, or like working really hard, or, you know, things that are outside of myself. So it's my sense of worth fluctuates a lot, which is not ideal. And, you know, self-awareness is kind of a bitch, because it's like, I know better, I know this about myself, but how come I don't do better? Why is it so, like, there's like the world's difference between like knowing and doing. And so I guess COVID has been really making me, against my will, really reflect just internally on what does it mean to exist beyond like a sense of productivity, right? And like really thinking and acting, not just thinking about it, but like practicing existence in kindness to myself, and kindness and care and caring for myself. You know, I think we think about love and kindness and hope and joy as all these fluffy concepts that are like kind of like, yeah, just do it, like it's easy, you know, hope and stuff, it's like, you know, it's a given. But I actually think like these are not fluffy concepts at all. Like these are actually the hardest things to practice, you know, at the end of the day. Because when you acknowledge hope, you're acknowledging doubt. You're accepting that doubt exists. When you're embracing love, you're acknowledging that fear, you know, you're acknowledging fear. That's how love can exist. And so it's been really, I've been obviously really introspective, if you can't tell. But I guess I've just been really trying to like internalize that, and like, what does that mean on a day-to-day practice, and on like a day-to-day basis where I'm just in relationship to myself. And then, you know, I like microdosed some shrooms, and I like drank alcohol, like smoked some weed. And then I was like, you know, I feel like in my work, like I help run a community art space, and I think my paradigm for running that was very much so outside in. Like if I do enough work at T-Base, if I labor enough, then it'll reflect on the inside. But it's actually, I've learned that it's the opposite. So like I actually have to really care for myself first before I can care for other people. You know, I can't use caring for other people as an escape to care for myself. Which is hard. Like I can say that, you know, like I'm self-aware, it's great, like I can say that, but I don't, it's definitely been a journey of like practicing it. And then yeah, that's kind of just free flow thoughts. And so I guess I'm gonna read a poem now. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Do it.
So this poem I wrote, I wrote it like at 5 a.m. just like maybe 3 weeks ago. I don't even know what time is anymore. Anyway, I'm just gonna read it. Okay. What if there's a time and space in the 5th dimension where the destination is the journey? And Everyone knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone. Relationships are the economy, care is the currency, and reciprocity is treated like air, land, and water, a priceless gift valued deeply. The seasons consist of curiosity, discomfort, failure, growth, and joy. Everyone is always enough, whole, honest, full, open. The only known is the unknown, and you get reincarnated as multiple lives at the same time, simultaneous stories overlapping itself. You are everyone and yourself all at once. And scene.
Woo!
The fifth dimension. How much time do I have left? Am I just rambling?
2 minutes is good.
Cool. Yeah. And then I have another one. I guess I've also, I'm gonna segue rant a little bit more. I guess all this kind of trying to internalize and introspection has been leading into, I'm also reading this book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That's what I'm masturbating to. But this book is really great, and I've been really thinking about personal integrity, and I've always known that this is something that I need, that I'm lacking, and I've known it for 6 years, but I've been trying to fix it and trying to address it, but not really. And there's this kind of message going around with COVID that's oh, you don't have to be productive, fuck this bullshit that's telling everyone to be productive. But that doesn't mean don't be productive as in don't eat and lounge around for 2 weeks straight and only watch Netflix. So that doesn't feel good, So I guess I've also been thinking about what is productivity outside of capitalism, but for myself. What is productivity in kindness and nurturing my soul and spiritual solitude, and what is personal integrity? And so some reflections I've been having on personal integrity is it's really taking responsibility for your life. You can't blame anyone else except yourself. And in order to change, that's the first step. And that's hard, to be oh yeah, these are the ways in which I need to grow. And these are the ways in which I fall short. And so this next poem is called Self-Determination. And I'm going to read it. The grass is greener, not on the other side, but where you water it. Do the work, make it fun. Talk about the speculative futures that exist in the greater unknown of our daily lives. Instead of fishing for compliments, pay attention to the fish, the way they move, the path they take, the stories they tell, the ripples they make. With time, you'll understand that they've been swimming for you all along, all this time. Sing the song only you can sing. Yeah, Pothound was there when I wrote this poem. We were high as fuck. And then I have one more poem. Is that okay? It's very short. I write very short poems. I won't go on a ramble this time. My only last thing before I read my poem is I have this event next Thursday. I'll share it in the chat. We're doing an action with Butterfly. I run a space called T-Base, and Butterfly is an Asian and migrant sex working support network. And essentially, a lot of the social support networks and CERB and stuff aren't really supporting sex workers. So we're doing a direct action next Thursday. So if you want to come, I'm going to MC it. So it's this, my energy, this, whatever this is, but for action and political engagement. We're going to call our MPs. We're going to sign some petitions, Okay, cool. Yeah, plug. And you can follow me on Instagram at Chachangster or T-Base, which is the space that I co-parent. Okay, the last poem is called Art. Art. Art is the choice to exercise a mindfulness practice that challenges you to be present. Art is the subliminal underbelly of our collective consciousness. When asked why, art answers, because love. And then organizes the how and what.
Woman, that's crazy good.
Art is a form of radical truth sharing that listens to your deepest fears. Art does a rain dance in the mud to bring out the sun. Art is the abundance of self-acceptance that reminds you that your light is inseparable from its shadow. Art teaches you to be honest with your heart and to courageously wear it on your sleeve. Art dares us to show up for ourselves.
Yes.
And I just want to say thank you to everyone for being here. I think art is inherently political. Just the act of making art is political. If you also make art about political things, that's even more awesome. But just making art is so powerful. It is so carefree, you know, and it is so important for us to look inside ourselves and to take responsibility for our actions and for how we think and to share with each other and be vulnerable. You know, I love art. Art is like who I am. It's who we all are. So I wanted to thank the organizers for having me and for doing this for 10 weeks straight. And I'm really excited to see all the other performers go on and share their heart. Thank you.
Yeah, give it up, everybody. Big round of applause for Hanya.
Thank you so much.
Woo!
What can you tell us your Instagram again?
Oh yeah, I'll type it in the chat.
Okay.
So that's me, and then this is the space I run. It's in Chinatown. We just started a garden today. It's very exciting.
So good. I love it. Guys, one more time, give a big round of applause for Hanya. So good. So good, so good. Oh my God, there's so many things from your set that I want to address. Firstly, I want to laugh out loud because you called me out. I want to call you out about something hilarious. I'm not gonna rant. I'm not gonna rant at all, no matter before I tell this poem, and then it's like 5 minutes later. And it's like, okay, I'm not gonna. And then 5 minutes after the poem, you know. So it's just when you said that, I was like, perfect. Now I got something. Perfect. It worked out. So I also wanted to heartfully connect and give appreciation for your comment about love and fear. I think that a lot of times when we say our fears, that's why I love comedy, is because comedy is such a powerful way. Like if you've ever seen someone be sarcastic, you could actually say exactly what you want to be saying, even if it's mean, but you're like, oh, I'm saying it in a funny way. What that actually does, that's actually a skill to do, because what you can do is if you say what your fears are, what that's telling you is the exact opposite of your fear is actually when you're in love, when you're connecting to the love of it. So it's like, if I'm fearful that I'll embarrass myself and that my set will not be good in my performance for tonight, whatever, if I'm feeling that fear, what I'm actually saying is that in my loving sense is that I actually would love to be able to have a great set and to be able to have people enjoy what it is I'm doing, you know? So using our fears as part of our skill set and using that as our strength, that's actually an incredibly powerful thing that every one of us can do. So I love that you were commenting on that, the idea of love and fear being the opposites, because that in itself has actually helped me become stronger. When I started looking my fears in the face and being like, these are the things that I'm fearful of, that's actually telling me what I want to live in my most loving state. And to secondly comment, before Hanya actually went on stage tonight, we were saying how much we love each other in Cantonese, which means hoi sum. So that's what's so special. The word hoi sum in Cantonese, that literally translates into open heart. So hoi sum actually means open heart. And that to me is the ultimate way to like live our lives, is to find our true happiness. It's to open our hearts and to be able to actually be there with our hearts open and taking in everything that is coming. And obviously there's a lot of scary things, but thank you, Hanya, for really being so strong. Like, you know, ever since the day that I met him, like I've always felt so powerful around them. And me and Hanya are actually we're gonna make a baby one day. That's what we've decided, a community baby. Community baby.
Wait, you have to explain that. You can't just say we're having a
If you want to explain it, go for it. Yes.
Okay. So me and Anto have this pact where in like 10 years or whatever, 5 to 10 years, if neither of us are having babies and we want a baby, we're just gonna have a baby with each other. And then we're gonna ask all of our friends to raise it. So yeah.
I'm gonna raise it too. What are you talking? I don't need that. Yes, team effort. That's what it's gonna be. So thank you guys. One more time, give a big round of applause for Hanya. All
Yeah.
that wonderful insight. Thank you so much. That was epic. That was so powerful. I really love that. And T-Base is such a powerful space when it comes back together. It is such an incredible collective. I'm actually writing an article right now about it, so I'm super excited to share that with you guys in a couple of weeks. So maybe now, no, too soon. Okay, so we got to keep the show rolling though. Me and Hanya both have that where we can rant and talk about it forever, all this stuff forever. But we're gonna give our next performer all the love in the world. They've been coming to the last 3 shows and have been so supportive of all the other performers. So give a big round of applause right now for Velvet Wells. Yeah.
Hey. Hey, everybody. I'm going to unspotlight myself so I can see all of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the space. This is an incredible community, and I'm very appreciative to be part of it. Hanya, you set me up. Actually, both of you and Anto set me up for how I want to proceed. My set is going to be musical improv. I'm going to make it up on the spot, and for many people, the idea of singing in the first place is a fear point, and having to come up with it off your head is a fear point. So I want to do a song about open truth. I love that name. So I'm going to have a backtrack playing. So in the chat, if you could do me a favor and type right now, what's something that you are passionate about, that you can't help but tell people about this thing that you're passionate about. And I will use some of those suggestions in this song that I make up on the spot. Boxing, nice. Music, writing, yeah, music, me too, for sure. K-pop, cookies, music, yeah. Nudity, nice. Lip syncing, pickle. Okay, you know what? I love all of these things. Thank you very much. I'm actually going to go with nudity because way back in my older days, in my younger days, I was a nude model. Y'all can hear that? Give me a nod. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, yeah. Do you want to pose for an hour? Let me get nice and close and hold it right. Oh, I see where you're looking now. Wanna look there for the whole night. Get your chalk and your easel. You're paying me, so do it right. If you prefer the colored pencil, sharpen them, 'cause I know you're sharp, you're bright. I was so proud of what I had. Every curve, all of it's not bad, no. When you look at the muscle and my form, if you do it right, it's high art, not porn. Oh, I've got people calling me 7 days a week, but there's no guarantee that I'm available, 'cause I've got this in high demand. You want my butt, but they just want my hand. So do it right. Oh, don't just argue, no. Get perspective on my masculine toggle, no. Don't just focus on one part of me. I'm a full piece of art. I'm a living sculpture, don't you see? Do it right. Oh, I'm fully nude right now. If I stood up too quick, you'd get a show. Do it right. I'll take it off later. You get my number and then you'll know I'm professional. But I can take it slow. We both can get in this free flow together. Oh, are you cold? I am too. Put on the space heater. The heater is between me and you. Do it right. But I have to tell you, one time I did it wrong. I wasn't always this collected and calm, no, one day I got the pose all wrong, and I got a jolly horse, went from my toe to my head. I tensed up too hard, I felt like I would soon be dead. No, it was as bad as you could think. Everybody felt bad for me, but that art was a guaranteed soul. Now I warm up before each session. Now that I have learned my lesson to do it right. Don't take my word. It's hard to be a model when you're posing in a way that's absurd. Oh, do it right. My number's coming up in the chat. Put it out. Get to me. Do it right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Holy moly. Wow.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Broke the internet with the chat there.
What?
Thank you very much for the smiles. I love that. I wanted to, just for myself, look, I am totally into introspection. I have literally been going through everything that Hanya had said. Thank you for your words of wisdom. But also for me, music, I can't help but smile when I sing. So that's that. And I actually was a nude model for a period in my life. But the Charlie horses outweighed the amount of money that I made at one point. I want to do one more song. And now I know you better. Thank you. Yeah, now we all know me better. When my mom found out that I was a nude model, she was walking by and she saw it and she went, "Oh no! I didn't raise you to be that." Anyway, I said it was art, and art is important. The only time you shouldn't wear your art on your sleeve is when you're naked. So there's that. I want to do one more song. Thank you very much. Let's get another rally of suggestions in here. Can I get? Last time I did a song, it was about what was the first thing you were going to do when you got out of this pandemic situation. This time, I'd like to know, like, what's something you're doing to get to know yourself a little better. What is something, if you can write in chat, something that you're doing right now to get to know yourself a little better, you're going to take that out into the world? Reading diaries, meditating, nipple work. Anto, look, I sense a theme. Talking to myself out loud, sleeping, journaling, writing. I'm going to go with talking, reconnecting with old friends. You know what? It's right there. Of course, I consider this a way of connecting with people. Like, I am such an extrovert that I will even take this over what I have been doing on the couch. So I'm going to go with reconnecting with old friends, and this is my second song. Thank you again for the opportunity to share my love and passion for musical improv. Let me just get it set up here. All right. Reconnecting with old friends. Hey, it's been a while, yeah. I've been connecting with myself twice a day. Boy, are my hands tired, but now that we're out, I am so glad to say that I'm kind of wired for being in front and seeing your face and giving you hugs and smiles on our faces. Reconnecting with old friends. Catch me up. Reconnecting with old friends. Since you saw me last, you know I had a blast. I signed up for a political party, yeah. Now I'm running the show. They follow me, you know. I'm a greenie, and everybody's having a party. They say it's a great time. We're getting the world set right. We're gonna do what we have to make sure that the environment survives. And I say, how about you? Tell me about you too. What have you been up to? If they drop their eyes in shame and say they've only watched all of Netflix, I say, don't worry, there's no blame. 'Cause I did that in the first week. But it's been a blast. We're outside at last. We're connecting with old friends. Doing what we can to get back together again. Reconnecting with old friends. I hope that if you've been a journaling, you take what you learned about yourself. And if you are turning that into a screenplay, cast me, I'm available as a nude model, an African model, any other kind of model. I'm old, so I'm an old model. I'm black, so I'm a good model. I'll do what you need. I'm desperate, 'cause it's been a while that I saw people. Please tell me about your screenplay. Reconnecting with old friends. It's been oh so long since I remembered how much you like to wear cologne. Who knew they still made that brand? But you wear it well. Ooh, you should be a brand model. Why am I fixated on models? Because I made one in my spare time. I made an airplane model, of a book model, of a scientific model of the world. So I could wrap my hand around everyone and say I love you. And as much as this was fun, I can't wait to reconnect with old friends. Give you all hugs and give you all kisses. Oh, maybe COVID said that'll still be a while. Maybe I'll give you high five from over here. Reconnecting with old friends. Oh, I won't be on TikTok now. I tried to do TikTok, but it's too fast for me. It's for the young people, you see. Instead, I'll stick to the Zoom. At least I can see the room. See all reconnecting with my old friends. Oh, ooh, oh, oh. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll pass it back to Anto now. Reconnect.
Wow! Go for Velvet Wells, everybody. Huge round of applause.
Improvised. Holy moly.
Thank you.
That was amazing. All right, guys. Yes, thank you so much, Velvet Wells. Oh my goodness, that's so good. I wish I could have seen that. Maybe not the naked part, but the like the work part, the workmanship of it, the way in which you. Yes, this is your Facebook. If anybody also wants to connect to Velvet on, is it every Monday that you do?
That's right. Every Monday at noon, I do an hour-long set of improvised songs just like this, and I let people give me the song titles, and then I just go for it.
Wow, that's so amazing. And you said it's an hour long?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Nooner Crooner. Nice.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. I love it. I love it so much. So if everybody wants to definitely check that out, jump in there, be able to actually check out. There's multiple things, right? So you also have Overdude, which is your your group as well. Did you want to comment on that as well?
Yeah, Overdue is a freestyle rock and roll band. Al Val and I get together. We're both comedians, but we both had this love of just jamming out together, and we put together an album, a 7-song album from live performances that we did. All of these titles also were from the audience, and we would just jam out. Now that explicit one, don't play that one right now. You play that at your own. Just context on that one. Absolutely check them all out. Listen to it free or donate or whatever. But with that explicit one specifically is I don't swear. I would say 99% of my life I don't. And that one I challenged myself to swear as much as I could, and I do. So check that out if you like. Thank you for the plugs.
Yes, of course. That's what this is all about. We want to be able to build this community, and for you to come and support us every single week for the last 3-4 weeks. We're so grateful to have you as part of our community. We're learning so much. I'm learning so much, not only about your nudity, which is awesome, but also about all the projects you're working on and the self-growth aspect, all the conversations that we've had. It's always about growing. It's always about learning from each other. So thank you one more time. Everybody give lots of love to Velvet Wells. Yeah. So happy to have you in this. So I got to keep this show rolling, though. We are running. It's probably for me always talking so much. But it's just, I'm so excited, guys. I'm so hyped about how wonderful it is, this community. We're building this every single week. So for you guys to all join us, we're so grateful for it. We're at 30 people right now. I don't know if that's such a, it's always a milestone when we hit that 30. Yeah. Feels really good. Feeling so awesome. So I got to pass this on, though, to our next performer. Give a huge round of applause for Tristan Quartz, everybody. Over here. See ya. There you go. All right.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm here at Daniel's house, so that's why my name says Daniel Salige. But I'm very happy to be here. Like, it was really, this is my first time coming to this FreeFlow exhibition, and everyone's super cool. Everyone has like really unique talents, really unique views on life. The way they carry themselves is really cool. So I'm really excited to share what I came here to do. I'm going to be playing some music. Just want to shout out Anto and Daniel.
Yeah.
I was at Daniel's house 3 weeks ago, this very day, on a Friday, right? Saturday? One of those days when they were doing FreeFlow. And they wanted to summon me to the stage right then and there. So I was doing something at the time, so I promised them I'd come in today. So I'm feeling really good and very grateful to be here. So this song is called Lost Love. It's about just like the journey of like realizing love and then letting go of love and having that like eternal process constantly going through us. So I hope you guys can enjoy it. I've lost something. It's related to my sweet memory. Love or bondage, who knows the truth? I'm killing my past over getting it. It's done by the wind, transient wind, my eternal enemy. It will lead to death, my sweetheart. Someday in the memorial graves, I'll wait for you. Some decades will pass in a minute, so never worry, but don't forget me.
forget my love. It's still shining in the bottom of the stream. In the stream of river, surely they're shown diamonds. Knowingly, you left a word, 2 words, 3 words. I don't know exactly who it hurt who. It's done by the wind, transient wind, my eternal enemy. It will lead to death, my sweetheart. Someday in the memorial grave, I'll wait for you. Some decades will pass in a minute, so never worry. But don't forget me. Don't forget my love. It's still shining in the bottom of the stream.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you so much. That was really fun. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. All right. So that's actually that song's called Lost Love, and it's a cover. It's not my original song. I wish it was. It's channeled from John Lennon, which is like super cool. I thought that was really cool, so I wanted to share that. Yeah, so check it out. This next song is an original, and I haven't named it yet. But it was written maybe a couple days ago, and I was contemplating on the essence of love and what that means in our lives. And this is what came. So yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing I want to add, especially like with everything going on in the world. I think a lot of people are, concerned about, whatever it might be for them in their own life. But I was just thinking about, how everything is transient, all our successes, all of our failures. It's just a moment in time that we experience. And it's something to be enjoyed. So this is kind of a song about love and impermanence.
One day it's gonna pass away. One day you'll know exactly what it was meant for. I know you're well on your way. I know that you remember who you truly are. In this solar system travel, you have dreamed your many dreams through each skyway that unravels. Love is holding everything, and it's waiting for you, waiting for someone exactly like you, ready to rise right into the sun of your mind. Who you are, yes, who you are. You are immortal power, a blooming flower. Who you are, yes, who you are. You are the light of the universe, and they're ready for you, ready for someone exactly like you, ready to shine. The light of the eternal divine. In this solar system travel, you have dreamed your many dreams through each skyway that unravels. Love is holding everything. And it's never very far away. And you know exactly what it's been meant for. I know we're well on our way. I know that we'll remember who we truly are. Thank you.
Whoa!
Thank you, everybody.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that was the first time I got to play that for anybody. So thank you all for listening and giving me your attention. I
Awesome.
appreciate that.
Nice.
This is I'm really happy to perform. Like these guys have been wanting me to do it for a while, so I'm feeling very blessed and very appreciative for being given this time and this space and this you know, just you could be doing anything. So thank you so much for tuning into this, and thank you guys for setting this up. Stay well, everybody, and I'm sure it's going to be another wonderful performance next. Peace.
Woo! Yo, give it up, everybody. Tristan Quartz, everybody.
So good. So good.
All right.
Appreciate it.
What? Like, how much talent? That was so much talent, guys. That was amazing to see that. I can't believe that was the first time he's ever played that for other people. Wow. Also, isn't he so cute? Oh my God. Oh my God. So happy that he's able to like perform for us. It made me so happy. And, you know, the setup there is so awesome at Daniel's house, you know? So I'm just really grateful that we're able to like have it all set up so well, and that like he's able to share for the first time. Honestly, that first song, like I've never heard that. It's John Lennon's song, he said. Fucking great, man. So good.
Yeah, it's one of my mentors is a channeler, and he channeled John Lennon and wrote that song. So I thought that's super cool, so I wanted to share that.
That's amazing. Yo, that's really cool for sure. Well, I'm channeling John Lennon right now, and he's saying that was a great performance. Okay, that's obnoxious. Sorry about that. But
Bro, you're channeling.
Yes, shut up, bro. Yo, honestly though, I didn't even do this on purpose, and I don't know how it all happened. But how many super talented Asian performers have we had tonight? Like, I'm so fucking proud of our Asian performers. You guys are killing it tonight. Tristan, like, great job. I'm really, really excited to see that. And from the first time that I saw you, I saw like that you were needing to overcome something to get onto the stage and to be able to share that. So for us to be able to have the show, for you to be on, like, that just means everything to us, and we're so grateful for that. And the amount of people that we've had as like their first time sharing certain things on our show, it is a huge honor to hold this space. Honestly, that's what I could keep saying it every single week, but it means so much to have this community and for you guys to be able to create this. So awesome. I got to keep this show rolling though, as I always do. I feel like I yammer on all this time, but it's because I have so much love for you guys and I'm so grateful for you. So our next performer is actually going to be introduced by one of my co-producers. So give a lot of love right now to Miss Annie Carter, who's going to say a couple words about our next performer.
Unmute myself. Hello, everyone. I'm Annie. It's very nice to see all of you, and I and all of the producers and the whole community really is appreciative of everyone coming out and watching the show, and it's just honestly been like a really, really good one. So thank you so much for being here. So the next performer, I think all of our hearts just explode whenever we hear her name, because she has been with us since the beginning. She is just has been such a light, and such like so much light and so much love comes from her and just fills our community. Just seeing her in her space has just been so amazing. So I would like to have everyone put their hands together for our next performer, Risa.
All right, give it up for Risa. Yes.
Hi, Annie. I'm not trying to cry today.
I was hoping you were.
I'm not trying to cry now. You got me in my feelings. Oh, thank you. It means so much to be part of such an amazing community where everyone is just so open and loving and vulnerable and embracing. And I love you guys, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. And today is my favorite day of the week, just so all y'all know. And I'm doing something slightly different. So bear with me. I want to go home. 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 Okay, so that wasn't written recently. It was written when I was 18 years old on my first solo long-haul flight from Sydney via Los Angeles to New York. And I was talking about home, but I really meant the comfort that I would be in once I landed in New York. So the idea of a home has been something that I've been contemplating for a while now. And the word home has so many different meanings to me, and I'm grateful for each one of them. I long to go home, and thank God there is home. Thank God I have home. I have home in people and places. I have home in nature and in stillness. I have home in remembrance. I have home in many different places, and I am grateful for all of them. The home inside my head has been in construction for a while. It's been knocked down a few times, but we always build back up. My soul needs a bit of work too, if I'm trying to get back to my eternal home, lay those foundations right. Home is in a hug, in loving words and thoughtfulness. It is in a smile, in the familiarity of scent, in a knowing look in someone's eye. Home can take a lifetime to establish, or a moment. When two souls who know each other meet for the first time on earth, home can be in an instant. And what was once a home can be foreign land just as quick. But that's okay. Sometimes we outgrow spaces, and it is time to move on to the next. Home is being able to bear my soul and not feel embarrassed or judged. Home is knowing that I will always be loved, and knowing that if I reach out, I will always find your hand there to help me up when I've fallen. And as time passes, more and more homes are built. So let us build a home together. Cover our walls in snapshots of memories. Play our conversations like music, our laughter like wind chimes. Inside jokes growing in pots with roots and hanging leaves, nourished by our light. Tulips and kisses, a beautiful home. That's what we could be, and that's what this is. That's one of them.
Yay.
Beautiful.
Mwah.
Absolutely.
I've been really trying to get away from the more heavy poems that I've been writing, but I know heaviness is part of the light, like you know, we were talking about before. It's lightness and heaviness together at the same time. But instead of dwelling on the heaviness, you know, I've been really trying to focus on what's good. And my dad, I was talking to him recently, and I was telling him, you know, suddenly here I'm in Toronto and I'm a poet. And he said, well, your granddad was one. None of his kids were, but now you are. So, you know, he's very proud of you, I'm sure. So that feels nice. The second poem that I have written, actually, I don't know if any of y'all follow Daniel Salee on Instagram or on Facebook, but he wrote a little ditty before on the guitar, and I haven't told him this. But I wrote a little poem based on how that made me feel. It kind of transported me back to the beach, really, and it's healing and spiritual feelings that I have towards it. Sunsets and waves, calm and chaos, bittersweet. The smell of salt in the air and salt stuck on my skin. Sky meets ocean meets shore. Soul meets body meets earth, electricity. Inhalation of good energy and warmth, the pushes and pulls of forces much greater than I am. Left in awe at the duality of beauty and might, exhilaration. It is in this moment that I am most aware of who I am and my place in this world. I am aware of who I need to be, softness and light, love and strength.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
So touched and honored. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and that's me today.
Yay.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Loved it so much.
Love it so much. Guys, one more time, give it for Raisa.
Yay!
So excited. Yo, this is so good. I'm so happy. This is so great. You got people writing #1 fan. You got people writing thank you for like sharing, love and strength. I love you. I'm gonna cry. Home in poetry, which I love. And one of my favorite was Snap City. What does that even look like? Imagine you're just walking down in the city, you're on the TTC or something, and everybody goes, just like Snap City, Snap City. You know? It's kind of like that Kendrick Lamar song, but making it Snap City instead. Okay, anyways. I don't even know if you get that reference, but we're going to keep rolling. But thank you so much, Raisa. You've been with us since the beginning. I remember meeting you at my house the first time. I have no idea how you ended up in my house. I was doing a show out of my house, and then I ended up meeting Raisa there, and I was like, what the? This is an amazing person. And then I saw you at Rise, literally, Rise Poetry, which is a Monday show. You guys should definitely check that out. And met Raisa there as well. And to be able to see all the growth that you've had since then, and for you to put yourself in the position to share things that are not your comfort zone, which is speaking about some really deep, emotional, very big challenges in your poetry and your stories and stuff, and to connect to this side of it as well, and to be able to, I saw Daniel's face when you're sharing that poem, like that was amazing to see. That was just so beautiful. So thank you so much for opening yourself up and sharing that. So I really appreciate that, and to have you as part of our community, it's an honor for us to continue to see you grow. So just killing it. So thank you so much. Okay, yes, and this is the perfect segue into our final performers. It actually is two of our closest community members. One of them is a co-producer of ours, I always describe them this way, and it's a huge connection for me because my Chinese name is actually day and moon put together, and that's Ming, that's me, right? The way that I see them when they come together, one of them, it's just like, it's like as if, you know, when you go outside and then you see like the moon is out and you're like, wow, like it's so beautiful. But then you look over and the sun is out at the same time. That's what I always feel like when I see them together. They just have this beautiful connection that really is just empowering. It's sweet. It's just so many layers of everything. And to be able to look at them both at the same time, it's just always so wonderful. So I want everybody to put your hands together. Whether you want to go like this, you want to cheer, you want to go absolutely crazy, but just get lots of love right now to Ashley, Soul Sage Music, as well as Lou.
Oh my God!
Right.
What?
Here, yes. All right, let's get that sound rolling. Is there sound? Give me a second here. I'll take all the blame for this. I can't find. Oh, there they are. There they are. Yes. There you are.
So in theory, this should work.
Okay.
You need to move this one.
This is all an experience for all of us. Huh? So, hello everybody. Hello beautiful friends. I love you all. I see some new faces here tonight. Not new faces in general, but new faces in our Zoom. Jamie Lynn, hello. Hi. Yeah, Anto describes us as the sun and the moon. And you know what? Thank you, Anto. But I feel like we're all in this together, and anything we collaborate together is going to be like the sun and the moon and the stars in the sky that shine so bright in the eyes of all of us. So I do appreciate you, bigging us up. But I think that we're all part of the co-creation here tonight. I love you all so much. Thank you all so much, Riza. You're so wonderful and beautiful. We're happy to have you, and we find home in your heart and your eyes and your words every week. And I hope you know that. And all of you too, Annie and Danny and Anto and Adrian and everybody here. You guys are all so special. And me too. Yes, I know. I'm so all right. And Lou's with me. So Lou's actually going to do a song after the open mic. In the open mics right now after the open mic. And but for now, we're going to just we're going to create a song in front of you guys. Something that came through for both of us just in the times that we're hanging out. Maybe this is the energy that Anto is speaking of. And yeah, it's a song called Broken Programs. And yeah, let's do it. Yay. You guys hear that? What's the sound? Okay. Yeah, take me to the river. Wash me down. Take me to the river. Put on my crown. Take me to take me to the river. Wash me down. Yeah.
goodness. That wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Woo,
Back in. That sounded so good.
so amazing.
Do we have time to do? Do we have time to do one more, you guys? We do, right? We got 5
Yeah,
minutes.
one more. One more would be great. Thank you. That sounded so good.
Yeah, beautiful.
It'll take 2 seconds.
I don't need to. It's cool.
Be the sad.
All right, we're gonna do one more. Yay, I'm so happy. Do you know how happy this makes me? This makes me so happy. Like, it's finally happening. Oh my God, this is the moment right now. Holy shit.
No one knows where
We
the
found out the secret to the Zoom. Zoom, I know. We found out how to go. All right.
I'm right.
Anto. Hi. I'm looking at you.
It's loading. You know, the
Loading.
still technical issues always. But talk about what we're doing.
Can you guys hear us?
Just turn on your audio for just 1 minute.
I don't know if you can hear it.
You can't turn on your audio?
No, you can hear it. Yeah, so we're just waiting for something to load right now. It's gonna like take like 20 seconds. Oh, look, now it's done. It's ready. So Lou is on Ableton, and we're basically just like building tracks. So yeah, that can be a process sometimes. Oh, there I am. Hello. There Lou is. Hello, Lou. Can you guys hear that? The audio is connected to You're beautiful.
Not so loud.
Just like you. And she is, and they are, yeah, they are, yeah. They are beautiful. Just like he is, and she is, and they are, yeah, they are beautiful. But I promise you, you are one bright soul, yeah, yeah. Just like he is, and she is, and they are beautiful, beautiful. You are, just like he is, and she is, and they are. You know, you know, you know, you know. Making up the song as we go, as we go, as we go, yeah. You're beautiful, beautiful, just the way you are, just like he is, and she is, and they are, and they are, and they are.
Bring it back.
hearts and bring all this love. Manifest it for each other, guys. That's what we're here every Saturday to do. All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
Wow.
You're the best, Ashley.
So good.
Good job.
It sounded
So good. I'm so happy it turned out this way. Great job, guys.
Yo, that hook, like the "You are beautiful just like you" over that trap beat, it
Yeah,
was like the
pretty sick.
most beautiful ear candy. It sounded so good. You guys gotta, cement that thing in the recorded universe. That was beautiful.
Ear candy.
Anyway, just want to say, like, I'm one of the producers here as well, and I'm really grateful. This is like show number 10, you guys. Like, that's so cool. And I just want to remind everybody, like, we're building it from the inside out, and that's very exciting. If any of you guys want to follow my journey or Lou's journey, like Dan's there showing, that's Lou on Instagram, Soul Faith Music. I'm on Instagram, and also a lot of you guys are my friends, and you can just reach out anytime. And yeah, we love you and appreciate you all so much for coming out to support every Saturday. We wouldn't be anything without any of you. So yeah, open mic, baby.
Thanks, guys. That was fun. And yeah, well, this time actually, well, let me take this annoying delay off. Yeah, that's a lot. No, still some delay. Anyway, my point is that, yeah, it's a lot better to build a track the day before and then play it, because we'll avoid a lot more technical difficulties. You'll get a lot higher quality content from now on.
Yeah,
Thanks for
and then we
tuning
give
in,
you the
though.
sun in the moon.
Yeah. That's, I guess, our official intro at this point.
Yeah, guys, one more time. Big round of applause for Ash as well as Lou, everybody. Yes. Killing it.
That was so good.
So good.
Annie, thank you. I love you, Annie.
Well, I don't know if anybody of you guys know, if you're muted and you wanted to unmute for really quickly, you just push the space bar and then you can yell some random shit and then you go back into muting. So just in case, if you needed to know that. Also, I wanted to give I also wanted to just mention how grateful I am to see the growth between Lou and Ash, and like the way that you guys are bouncing off each other and the way you guys have grown in the last couple of weeks, and even how you're taking in the technical difficulties. Because at this point, we know it's gonna probably happen at some point. Just because you got two phones going, you got all that shit, but you guys are taking it so well. You guys are always killing it now, and we're just so grateful. And that's why we keep having you guys headline our shows, is because you guys are just so talented, and we're just really, really grateful that you guys are growing together. So thank you guys one more time. So one more time, give it up for Ash and Lou. Yes, the triple love. That's what we're gonna do for them tonight. Yes, so we are going to jump into the open mic in about a minute, but I want to really quickly, if Daniel is out there, if he wants to throw our Patreon back on there. We are building a bit of a community here, and we are looking for you guys to, give a little bit of love. Usually shows are $5, $10, $20 whenever you go and see live shows. And whenever we're doing these shows, we give our time and our energy, but mostly we want to start paying our performers, so that we want them to know that this community is all about like making sure we honor our guests and our performers. And obviously, clearly we get so much out of it ourselves, but to be able to actually pay some financial gains for our performers, that is our main goal at this point. So it would be amazing. This is our Facebook page as well that we just created, and 175 people have liked it in 2 days. So just keep that going. If you know somebody out there who wants to do the open mic at some point, wants to perform at some point, all this kind of stuff, a big shout out to one of our Patreon donators is Mr. Taylor Price. Check out his website, tprice.ca. That sounds like his rapper name. Yo, give it up for T Price, $, signs. But yes, he's also doing a study right now on musicians. So if you want to be studied a little bit about musicians, singers and songs and songwriters in this time, it was a lot of words there that I missed a couple. But yes, definitely connect to him and he'll give you a little bit more. And I really love his performances as well. He's been killing it and supporting us for I don't even know how many weeks now. I think it's been like 8 or 9, but we're so grateful to have you and all of you guys in our community. So thank you guys. We are going to start the open mic really quickly. Some of you guys don't know the format of it. Everybody gets 5 minutes maximum. If you have one song and then you're done, that's totally cool. If you have one song and you're keeping track of your time, just you could say whatever it is you want. You want to comment on something that's been happening. That's totally cool as well. Our first performer, oh my god, I feel like that's the only way that like I want to like, you know, start this off, because our first performer, they have their own show. It's called Flow Fridays. Daniel, do you have that like Instagram real quick too? I want to be able to show you guys what it is that she's building right now. It's you actually have conversations as well as you're able to have an open mic as well. So this is actually the website for Solstice Aisha, as well as Flow Fridays. This is the site as well, and you're welcome to connect to that and be able to, you know, check it out every single Friday at 8 p.m. The discussions are incredibly deep and beautiful, really heart-opening, eye-opening, and at this time, it's very necessary. And then also that there's an open mic. So anybody who's actually on the open mic, you know that we have space for you on this show, but as well as on Aisha's show as well. So I want all of you guys out there, even if you're muted, hit that space bar, give a lot of love right now. And right now to the wonderful Aisha. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Woo! Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for all the love. I really appreciate it. Today's been kind of a weird day for me. I'm like, my energy keeps shifting. I don't know what's happening. But I'm going to ask for a little bit of your help today, because, you know, I love to come up with songs that take all of your suggestions into consideration. Oh, I see some beautiful, amazing faces here. Hello, everybody. Hello. So, Anto, maybe you can help me with the first part of the song. I'm just wondering if you can tell me what it is that you love the most about this showcase.
Just to really quickly comment though, my last two suggestions were nipple work and nudity. So I don't know if you should ask me, but the thing, I'll tell you what I actually, my favorite thing about this show is people opening themselves up. That's what my openness is definitely one of my favorite things.
Beautiful. People opening themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to include nipple work in there just because. Just because. Amazing. So I'm going to randomly go through and ask someone else if they would like to share. Daniel, do you feel like sharing something that I can include in the song that I'm going to write?
About what I like about the community or the show?
Absolutely. And a random word as well.
Carpool. What do I like? There's so much to like. I like looking at all these smiling faces. I like seeing people laugh and smile. I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, what's my value? What's my worth? And it's like at the end of the day, at the end of the life, it's like, how much did you smile? How much did you laugh? If we can bring more of that into the world, then I feel like I'm winning. And so when I see that on this screen, it makes me happy.
Beautiful. Thank you. We love seeing your smiling face as well, Daniel. Much love, much love. And Ashley, if you're available, do you have anything for me, a random word and what you love the most about this showcase? Hello,
Can you hear
gorgeous. Yes.
Wow, you're fucking gorgeous. Yeah, I would say growth. Like, I would say like growth, big time growth, big time growth. I was just saying to Lou just now, I was like, this is so cool. Like, this is so amazing that like how we've watched every single week progress in different ways, where it's just become like more whole, and more whole. And through the process of that, it's been a process of even watching the people that have been with us the whole time, whether it be you or like the producers, but also like our regular people, as well as people coming who are like like it's infectious, you know, like COVID-19, you know, we've got the FreeFlow 19 or whatever. FreeFlow 2020. But anyway, I'm just fucking around. But no, I mean, like, growth is the biggest thing. Is just like watching everybody progress every single week, and yeah, it's really beautiful to watch. Honestly, it's amazing. It's only week 10, you know.
Amazing. And a random word, Ashley, as well, please.
Growth.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. Annie, if you're available, I'd love to hear from you. What do you love most about the showcase? A random word. And then Adrian will be after.
Vulnerability is
Beautiful.
what I love most about you know, this community. And I like how there's been like a ripple effect on everyone here. So it's kind of like one person's vulnerable and then the next person's vulnerable, and everyone's just so comfortable opening up with each other, and we all know that it's a safe place to do so. My word will be feather.
Feather, awesome. Beautiful. And Adrian, what do you love the most about the showcase? And give me a random word.
Love.
Love.
The most strongest force in the universe. I just want to say this has been a great show. Every week is always special. Every week is always more talent and more talent. Raisa, you're amazing. I love you. Anto, you're like the most amazing freaking host. Taylor, I'm glad you're here and showing up. And where's my girl? Oh, should she leave? Oh man, Hania. Wow, you blew my mind today. You're so like progressive with your meditation and your philosophy, and I'm there. I get everything you were saying. It's great for you to share everything so openly. I mean, I gotta start meditating, masturbating. You know, maybe it's gonna do something for me. Who knows? But such a great forum, and everyone's so open and sharing everything. It is amazing. Thank you for showing up, Aisha. I love it.
You're so welcome, Adrian. Sorry, what was the word? Your random word?
Love.
Oh, love. Okay, perfect. And then I'm just gonna ask one other person if you can unmute yourself. I see Ashley put fart in there. I'm gonna put that in the song. One person can unmute themselves and yell out a random word and what you love about this showcase.
My random word is exuberance.
Ooh, exuberance. That's a beautiful word.
And how I feel about this, I've said it a few times already. I instantly feel connected to you because of the vulnerability, because of the sharing, because we're all here in an artful way, and it doesn't matter what that art form happens to be. All of it has been powerful to me and has resonated with me in one way or another. So I'm very appreciative of that, and exuberance is what I both receive and hope to give back.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Velvet. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and put together a song. I have one more request from you. If you can type in a genre of music, and I'm going to try my best, Fart City. I'm going to try my best to, soul music it is. There we go. So that's the style I'm going to go with today, everybody. And here's a random sound effect for you. Boom. Okay, I'm just going to ask if everyone can please mute themselves so I have as few audio disturbances as possible. Thank you. Much appreciation. Exuberance, feeling like I wanna dance with you, People opening themselves up, feeling like I've got a full cup. It's true, yeah, it's true. Feeling like a fool. I gotta look you in my carpool. Ooh, where are we going? I don't know, but we're flowing. Looking at your smiling faces. Time can never erase this. I got love for you. Filled with sorrow. I got FreeFlow 2020. No problems, I don't have any issues with what you're doing here. Thank you for overcoming your fears by being vulnerable, and it creates a ripple effect. I've got so much respect for what you do. Yes, it's true, all of you. All of the growth I've been seeing. I can't believe how free it is to blow on the screen. And when I see how connected we can be, I feel like a feather floating in a dream. Love is the strongest voice in the universe. So we bring all of our love to heal the world. We don't want it to get worse. More talent here. You are a work of art. Yeah. And I can feel you in the room like Ashley Sport. Oh yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. More talent. I can't stand it. There's just so much talent. You bring it through every single week. Yeah, it's true. I'm so enamored by the things that you do. Watching people progress every single week. I'm feeling so good, yeah, I cannot compete with the feeling that I'm getting. It is so damn cute. Everybody knows, you know, it can't be disputed. The nipple work is real. Yeah, the nipple work is real. What you feel. Yeah, see you clapping, Anto, because the nipple work is real. Ooh, the nipple work is real. And so we all come through and we all will feel.
Yeah. Yeah, so good.
Wow.
Word up, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's beautiful to be able to share this space with you. Like Anto was mentioning in the beginning, I do have my own event called Flow Friday. It's every single Friday. It started off in person, now it's online. You just register once, you get the link, you use the same link every week to come whenever you want. It's amazing. Ashley is telling you to check it out, therefore you must check it out for sure. If you go, actually Daniel, if you go to that link there's a link there that says Linktree, exactly. If you click on that, in my bio, so it's in my personal bio and in my other bio as well, that first link right there, that is where you go. If you click on that link, you're going to be taken to a page. You register once, you get your link, you come to Flow Friday, you have an amazing time. We have conversations. We have an open stage, which is open to all forms of expression. And it's a really beautiful vibe, everybody. So I'm very grateful to these beautiful producers here at FreeFlow Showcase who've been super supportive of me. And I really do hope to see some of you there as well. All right, I love you. Ciao, ciao.
So good.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I love it so much, guys. One more time. Give it for Solstice, Aisha. Wow. Wow, every week. That was so cool. I can't believe that. All of that wonderful nipple work and farts and inspiration and soul, everything all together onto one performance. I love how you're in the moment with us. I feel like what people tell me about meditation is like you got to work on the breath. It's like your performance is like, that's what it feels like because you're so in the moment and it's so like present with us. So thank you so much for opening yourself up that way. I'm really grateful. And you didn't get to tell everybody what the topic for this week was. Maybe we could think about that. So what's this week's topic?
Absolutely. So the topic that just finished was patience. That's a big one for a lot of people. We're going to have a part 2 for that one eventually because there's so much to get into with the topic of patience. And this upcoming week, the topic is going to be exploration. Exploration. So see what you can explore within yourself and in the world around you as well. And I also just wanted to again say, please follow me, Solstice Aisha on Instagram. Please follow.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha. And I thought that you were going to mess with us and be like, yo, you got to come to the show. You got to be patient before you get that. That's what I thought you were going to tell us. But no, this worked out way better. It is exploration. I absolutely love that. And I there's so much we could talk about that, whether it's external exploration or even inner exploration. So I'm really excited for people to get into that. So thank you for opening up our open mic with that amazing performance. So we got to keep the show rolling. We got our next, we actually have one of our co-producers, Adrian, wants to sing us a song. So everybody give a big round of applause for Mr. Adrian Curry, Mr. Green Party himself. Yeah.
Bro, wow, Aisha. And how's the sound, Anto? Good?
Yeah, sounds great, man.
Awesome. Aisha, it's always a pleasure. It's such a hard act to follow. I'm just glad that this week is not last week because I would have packed up my guitar and left the building. Because if anybody was here last week, Aisha was off the chart. It was next level shit. It was so bloody freaking good. Such an honor. And by the way, I love your outfit. I love the blue on blue. It matches wonderfully. You're such a pretty, gorgeous woman. It's awesome.
Thank you so much, Adrian.
You're welcome, Aisha. So, okay, so I'm going to sing a song. I sang this a few weeks ago for Ashley on her birthday. And but what happened is I did the acoustic first, and then I sang the song a cappella because the sound wasn't too good, and I hate it when the audio is competing, trying to get the vocals and the music together. So I got a new microphone. I'm gonna try it out, and I think it's gonna work. I hope it's good. So right, and there's also a trend. I've dedicated a song to Ashley, then Riza, and then who else? And then a couple.
I got the Neil Young.
Yeah, you got the Neil Young.
By the way,
yeah.
I was just gonna say that when I upload these to YouTube, they put a copyright claim because you were singing a cover of Neil Young. It blew my mind. I didn't even go there in depth. Anyways, sorry. Carry on.
So did they tell you that you had to take it down or what?
They told me I couldn't monetize it. And then, but there also that the next week I shared the music video that I produced.
Yeah.
And TuneCore, who is the company that kind of like publishes the song, put a copyright claim on that. They were telling me that I couldn't use it, even though I was the producer, because it was through a different name. But they're just like really on point. So they told us we couldn't monetize it because you played a cover. But it made me think of how many covers there are on the internet and like what must be going on there now.
So are we trying to monetize it? That's my first question.
No, I was. It's just they put a copyright claim on it. Anyways.
So I'm gonna have to start writing my own songs then, but whatever. We'll get to that eventually. Okay, so I'm taking up time. I'm gonna start playing. This one is for Anto, since I had to, I have to dedicate something to you. But it's not a love song. It's just a really sad song. So no crying aloud. Okay, so here we go. Oh shoot, my guitar strap just popped off, and the mic just fell. Give me 1 second, guys. Technical difficulties in the worst way. Okay.
You got this. You got this.
Oh, I see how it is. My week, I end up getting that. Thanks a lot.
Well,
I'm just kidding, buddy. I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to fill some time.
This is hilarious. Give me 30 seconds here.
No problem, man. No problem.
Wow.
Yo, that's all good, man.
My guitar strap has never popped off like this before. I think it's
I guess
nervous.
you never used a strap on. Okay, no, there's a cut. Censor. Okay, sorry. One of the things though that I wanted to mention though about Adrian and like kind of the work that he's been doing too with what it is that we're doing here. He actually used to have specifically a space called 1017, and we used to go there for the first 2 shows that we had. And I wanted to mention it because I feel like a lot of us are connecting to the concept of 1017. So 1017 actually is so special because 1017 obviously is, I don't know if any of you guys know, it's an angelic number, and it actually means that you're on the right path. So when I heard that, I was like, that's so beautiful. And it was also the address of the space, 1017 DuPont. And also 1017, October 17th was actually the day they legalized marijuana, right? So it's amazing to have that space and to be able to actually get into, and for us to be able to celebrate that and be able to like go to it. I can't wait till, if that does happen, to be able to go back and celebrate in the actual space. So did I fill enough time? Okay, great. Here we go,
Perfect.
guys. One more time. Give it up for Adrian singing this song about me, I guess? Yes, let's do this.
How's it sound?
Sounds good, buddy. Sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Here we go. Oh shit, I moved this mic out of here. All these little technical little, oh my God. I don't know how you do this, Daniel, but I have much respect for you. All this musical stuff and
You got this.
give me a second here. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get this finally on the road. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man, behind blue eyes, and no one knows what it's like to be hated, to be faded, telling only lies, but my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours, only lonely. My love is vengeance, that's never free. And no one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do. And I blame you. And no one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain and woe can show through, but my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours, only lonely. My love is vengeance, that's never free. And no one knows what it's like supposed to be. I have hours, lonely, lonely. My love is vengeance, that's never free. And no one knows what it's like to be the black man, to be the sad man behind brown eyes. Whew.
Thank you so much. Wow. Give it up, everybody. Big round of applause for Adrian.
Woo!
Yeah, so apologies, the guitar was a bit out of tune because it dropped a couple times, but whatever.
No worries, man. That was great.
Uh,
All right. You got any final words before we pass it on?
no, let's just keep the show on the road because
All right.
we got an open mic, a lot of people on the open mic.
Yes, we do. That's the kind of dude that he is. He's so giving. I love that. So one more time, give lots of love to Adrian. Thank you, man. I absolutely love what it is that you're doing and all the work that you're doing to make this world a better place. I also wanted to mention, if you guys didn't know, Adrian's been on the board for the Bikes Toronto thing. I don't know exactly what the name of it is, but what's it called?
Cycle Toronto.
Cycle Toronto, exactly. And he's been doing that for so many years. So he's always been trying to make Toronto a better place. So it's absolutely amazing that you got this next step where you're being recognized for all the hard work that you're doing. So thank you for that, man. Okay, I got to get the show keep on rolling right now. If everybody could give a huge round of applause for Macro coming up here. He's gonna rap for us. So we're really hyped about this. Give a big round of applause for Macro.
Welcome.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? So I go by the name Macro, but like since you guys are all about vulnerability and love, my real name's Mac. I used to be friends with Annie back in the day, so like shout out seeing this on her page. Thanks for inviting me. Yeah, I'm an artist, man, but yeah, I speak through rap and poetry, let's say. But basically, I've been doing this for a few years now. From Toronto, put some shit on Spotify lately. So if you like the vibe, let me know. I'll post the link. You can follow me at Macro MVCKRO on Instagram. And yeah, thanks for giving me this space, man. Cause like the world shut down, so now we're all online. Can you guys hear me properly? Is this cool?
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right. I'm going to play this song. It's coming out actually in a month, and it's called 7 Seas. It's just about my journey, like how I never let things drag me under the water. You just go over it, and you just keep going no matter what, right? I'm sure you guys can relate to that. All right, here we go.
The only one.
Stepping out the dark in a world that's lit up. Open up my eye, see the bigger picture. Yeah, I'm like the Buddha, one with everything around me, from the tree to the 7 seas. Call me Sinbad, play my sins back. Did a lot of sinning, angels talking, I ain't ever listen. Got these demons, they give me the vision. Manifesting all my dreams from the lost city, heaven sent. I'm a prism channeled in the essence. Put a beam to your dome, blow your whole perception. Ancient knowledge like Egyptian, this is freedom, man. Lens of truth, hit the booth, and I'm bleeding, man. Call it therapy. You is heresy, lacking clarity. Got belief, disconnected from the feeling. Looking everywhere external for the healing. Nobody wanna stare into the mirror, Who is looking back at me? Feeling like I can't breathe. Head is filled with anxiety. Feelings deep as the sea. Yeah, I be unexplored. Nobody touching the underworld, so they ignore it. Raised on Lil Wayne, sipped the purple drink, it wasn't for me. Smoked too much, I was getting haunted. Now I turn into the prophet, Lil Hobbit adventuring. Draw my sword like Ali, I'm a sting in my bag, yeah, I'm profiting. Need them diamonds in my chain, let the music bang. I'm an Aries baby, get up close and see the horns. 7 seas in a dream, that's where I was born. Edge of earth in a compass, lead me to the core. Feeling alien, yeah, I'm immortal. Like coal, I don't know if I'ma see you more. Is it wrong just to tell you that I need you, ma? It's a feeling, bro. 21, had the vision, but I didn't go. Chasing dreams I abandoned all those years ago. Movie scene, I'm gonna play it back for years to come. We just watching movies, feeling like I'm Truman. Yeah, I'm anti-human, love the energy. Pop the sense of being, live a lucid dream. Thoughts be in a stream, Wu-Tang, I'ma get the cream. Who is looking back at me? Hey, feeling like I can't breathe. Yeah, head is filled with anxiety. Yeah, feelings deep as the sea. Who the hell I'm supposed to be? Demons lurking in my dreams. I'm just surfing overseas. Find my purpose, then I leave. Yeah, I be off this. Yeah, got the optics. No, can I stop this? Need a bag, that's a soft ting. Did the coke till my ears ring. I'ma float on this beat, it take me away. Elevate heaven's gates, this my dying day. Transcend time and space, fuck a human race, put me in a cage. Follow me and we'll escape. Drank a Kool-Aid, mix it straight, we'll fly away, fly away. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Woo!
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You guys like that?
Great job.
Yeah, it was great.
Love that, yo. Definitely put in your links into the chat, please.
Yeah, 100%, yo. In my Instagram bio, you can actually pre-order that song on Spotify. It's coming out in a month. I got another song, Old School. It released a little while ago. Just trying to run up the streams right now. It's all just like from the heart, man, because that's what music is, right? It's a translation of soul. So, yeah, thanks for the platform, yo. This is awesome.
Fuck yes. All right. One more time. Give for Macro.
Swag.
Oh, I love it when you could just pop and enjoy. I feel weird whenever I'm really enjoying rap music because I hope nobody was looking at my screen, but like I was really enjoying that shit so much. I always feel like I'm like a 40-year-old, dad or some shit, and I'm just like, I really enjoy this music. But it was so good. You have so many great messages in it, and right when it started, I already could tell like how you're really consciously connecting to yourself and the growth that you have. So thank you, Macro. Everybody out there, give lots of love right now. Yes, definitely push that space bar. Give that love right now. So right now, I also wanted to say thank you also to Annie. Really big, quick shout out to Annie for bringing Macro, because Annie actually runs our Instagram page and is constantly, putting up so many other people to come to the show. So huge thank you to Annie for that. And you guys knowing each other, and for Macro to be able to open himself in that way. And honestly, the first comment about vulnerability, please come back. We're so grateful for you to be vulnerable with us. And it's just amazing to be able to see your music is just really, really great. So thank you again. All right. I got to keep the show rolling. I could talk about that shit for hours, as I usually do. But I'm going to bring up our next performer. So give it up right now for Delaney. Where are you at over there? Yes, right there.
Hello.
Okay, here you are.
Do you guys hear me well?
Yes.
Okay, good. I bought a new mic, so I hope my voice is crystal clear.
Sounds great.
Yeah, so Annie actually told me about this as well. So we actually reconnected recently on Instagram. So we hadn't talked in a while. So thank you, Annie. I wanted to read some poetry. I actually have never shared my poetry out loud to anyone. And I started posting on Instagram some of my poems. So this is going to be a new experience for me. Okay. All right. So this is called What to Want. Tell me what you want. It's half here and half not. Tell me what you want. Stop asking. That question's already tired and done. Close that door. What door? The door with the longing and connection, lonely in its guilt. It keeps you still. Holds hostage a familiar chair in a nostalgic place, memorized on the way. That door with the sad eyes and the exhausted hope. A door that stays, though it whines when it opens and always, always sticks when it's closed. Close it. Lock it. Tell me what you want. It's not here anymore. I know. It was never there. It was only ever that door. All right. That was What to Want. Yeah. It's just like I don't know what to say about it. I wrote it at a time like I write short poems when I'm feeling like they come out when I'm feeling emotionally distressed, and that one came out because I was of two minds at that time. Um, half of my mind wanted to leave, and the other half wanted to stay. But I think I just needed to realize why I wanted to stay. So that's where it came out of. I can share one more if that's okay. Yeah. All right.
At least one more.
At least one more.
At least one more.
Okay. So this one's called Echo. Hello, Echo. Hear me, Echo. Nothing. Echo off the walls. In my ribcage, hold it down. Nobody sees it, but hold it under. The ground in water, bubble the sound just beneath your fingers as you hold it over my mouth. Silence has no meaning, like me. Quiet takes what you can't see, like me. Chasing courage until it bleeds fear. You don't understand what you don't see. I want silence, Echo. I want madness, Echo. I want a reason to lay down and mute the noise, to lay down without the noise. Thank you.
Wow. Please, one more. Like, just one more, guy. Right? You guys want one more, right?
One more poem. One more poem.
Okay.
For sure.
All right. Let's see. Okay. This one's called Look Now. Look at it. Look at the eye. In all its ugliness, with all its barbed, gnarled, clawed, honest words, the sound it makes as it whines its distress fills you with fear you're not strong enough to answer it. Voice hoarse, you say, it's only now. Things will be better soon. It hides, creaks with boniness as it retreats. The sound it makes almost forgetful. The replacement is a clone light. To that ugly hunched thing, shiny, the clone sits in its place. Twins, the sheen of it so bright, it leaves flashes behind the eyes. Of course, you're right. Not yet. Look closer. Squinting, now you can see. This iridescent thing lies so beautifully. Thank you.
Wow.
Woo!
Amazing.
I love that.
Right?
Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. Thank
Beautiful.
you so much. Guys, one more time, give it up for Delaney. And definitely check out the Instagram page. Can you please put your Instagram into the chat so that everybody could check out your wonderful poetry? So you said that you post your poetry on your Instagram as well, right?
So I post it in my stories, but I can also post it on like actual posts.
Hey, do you.
Well,
Whatever works
yeah.
for you. I'm not going to
I typically share it as I write it.
Yeah, perfect. That sounds great. So definitely do whatever you're doing. We want to be able to share whatever it is that you're wanting to share with this audience. So thank you again. Really appreciate it. I love poetry like that too. It's just so vivid and so powerful, and it just like hits you so good. You know, like every word means so much. It's a little bit different than the poetry I share, which is literally like how I talk, which is babbling, and there's probably like 7 or 8 important words out of the 400 I say. So yours is extremely tight and very poignant. So thank you for that. It means so much for us to hear you speak it, because like you said, you haven't been sharing it out loud. So this is what this platform is all about. So thank you again. Really appreciate it. We got to get into our next performer. So give a huge round of applause. We got Claire coming up, who always has such wonderful things about their art. So give it up for them. And they're pink hair this week, right? I don't know. Have you had pink hair this entire time? Okay, give it up for Claire, everybody.
Hey, can you all see me, hear me? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I have to say, I bought my boyfriend my partner, sorry, bought a bike this week. And I took a mugshot of the bikes because if they get stolen and you want to make a police report, you have to show that like what the bike looks like. So I took like a mugshot of both the bikes, but they were so cute together. But yeah, that's I don't know if you guys have like take a picture of your bike at the beginning of the season. That way if it gets stolen, you at least know what it looks like. Can make a good report. But anyway, this is what I've been working on today. I'll show you guys. So it's this drawing. I've been working on it while we've been like talking, all of us. Can you guys see it?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what is it?
Sorry. So it's my basil plant. So I'll just show you guys my basil plant. It's kind of like a survival of the fittest situation over here. So it's like
Yeah, like didn't you start that like the first time you
Yeah, it's been alive like almost 2 months. So as you can
Right?
see, now it's got like a whole like ecosystem over here. I've been eating it. So the thing is with the basil, it's like the first batch of it, like I ate a lot of it. And then the ones that survived, I've kind of been like making them grow in like nice shapes so that they grow away from each other. But yeah. And this one, see there's like a little castle and like so it's kind of like all of these plants, like they have like a memory. I'm imagining that they're horribly scarred by me just like pruning them so aggressively, and so they're just like letting out their negative energy like from the soil, and it's like heaven for the lost ones. Like I don't know. It got kind of dark, but that's good. And this is kind of like a piggy bank, like a with a coin slot.
It's incredible.
Can you take the camera
Yeah.
closer to it so we can see?
Oh,
like,
sorry.
what's
I'm
going
like, my ego is so strong. Hold on. Yeah. And this is kind of like the logo of Mercer Union. Do you guys know that art space? Like our Mercer Union. It used to be on Lansdowne and Bloor. It's like a government-funded art space, but they have like 2 of these kind of stars. I don't know why. Like my mark is here, like which is like Moonspade mark. You can check out my website if you want to learn more about that. But like, this is kind of like a day star, black star.
And what kind of artwork is it? How are you coloring it? Is it watercolor or what
It's
is
just this pen. Was watercolor first. So these are my watercolors. So this is kind of like if I'm watching TV and like want to paint or whatever, they're like my watercolors. And then like it's just this pen. It's like from the dollar store. And this is from Gwardsman's, this book.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And they just sent me a shipment today in a TV box, like in an actual like TV box, and it was like half empty with like bubble paper and stuff. But if you guys want to see some other stuff I've been working on, let me see. I had a nice drawing of Ankit's beard. Hold on one second. So yeah, like let me just go back. Hold on one second. This is me kind of being anxious a little bit, thinking. My hair is growing like around my arm. It's like portrait of one of my other plants, another different plant. This is me trying to name all the states of the United States by memory. I think I got like 30. Try it, it's hard. Where is my drawing of him? These are comics I made for my mom for Mother's Day of like our dog. That's it, that's him. This is my boyfriend's beard.
What a beard.
Yeah.
It's a shaggy beard.
Yeah, he's like growing such a nice one. And like I put the date, but I could keep drawing on this drawing like and make the beard longer. You know?
That's such a good idea.
That's what's going on with me. So yeah, I'm gonna start some new paintings really soon because I just got the shipment today. It took 3 weeks to come to beautiful Corona-infested Montreal, the 7th worst city in the world. And you know, I learned that what's it called? Like a bougie here is like a match or something. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm learning a lot about French, and that's about it. Yeah. You guys are beautiful.
Nice.
Oh,
I have
thank
to.
you, Claire.
I gotta work tomorrow, so I gotta sign out. But peace and love and all that. You know,
Yes,
all
thank
that
you so
stuff.
much for sharing Moonspade
Yeah.
Magic.
Wow. My website.
Thanks for sharing, Claire. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Real now?
Thanks. Bye.
Wait, Claire.
Yes.
Can I ask where you live in Montreal now? I just moved from there to Toronto.
Oh, really? I live on de la Gauchetière, the place of the most left-headed people of all time.
Left-headed?
I think that's what it means, right?
La gauchetière? Oui, c'est ça. C'est ça. Nice.
I was like, let me look up what it means. Yeah, like next to Chinatown.
Okay.
And let me just say that people are so racist against Chinese people right now.
They are. I have friends that come back home because of it.
And you know what? Like, I've been making sure all my drawings of my plants have like a chopstick in them, and then they say like supported by chopstick. Because if we didn't have China like building all our shit for us, we'd be so fucked. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you, Claire.
Let's just not be racist against Chinese people. Like, racism is not okay. Like, just everyone just chill. And like if the Chinese people want to like, you know, be dirty, it's not because they have an option. Like, you know, like so many people there. Like,
oh my God, you're doing so well.
No, but like, I'm just saying, like, if it's a problem there, it's a global issue. It's not like that one person close to you that's causing the issue, you know?
Yeah. It is. It's,
like,
it's a global issue for sure.
It's an environmental problem. It's because there's too many people like there condensed, so like, you know, and they don't have a good system. That's why it's like people like I was there and there was like a river there and people are just throwing their garbage in there. Like they don't have a good system.
We do the same over here.
Yeah, it's so bad. Like I'm just saying, like
it's a global problem.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. Like
we gotta keep rolling, but thank you, Claire, for your time. I really appreciate it.
I'm not trying to say like that it's like that. I'm just saying.
No worries. It's all good. Thank you so much for your time and sharing your art. Really appreciate it. As a Chinese person, I very much agree with you, Claire. Not about the dirty part, but about the part. Well, I personally might be a little bit, but I mean, like the whole concept of being able to not be racist towards Chinese people at this time, especially very important. It has broken my heart seeing so many victims of racism towards that. So I definitely am against that. Thank you, Claire, for mentioning that and giving us the chopstick shout out in your art.
It's true. Their support.
It's
a big part of the world. Like it's so many people in the world live there. Like
for sure, of course, yes,
yes. Okay. No more, Claire. No more.
You gotta keep this rolling, guys. You gotta keep this rolling. I'm so sorry.
Okay, bye.
We're super late right now, but we got a couple more performers that are super excited to be on the show. But thank you, Claire. So we are going to keep rolling right now. If everybody can give a big round of applause to our next performer, we have Pot Hound coming up. Where are you at, Pot Hound?
Hey, oh wow.
Oh yes,
that's me.
Yes,
so
that is you.
I heard someone say bougie year. Is that like how long it takes the upper class to move in 1 year? Is that like what that is? Or... Yo, what's up? Yeah, I go by Pothound. I am on Instagram under the same title. You can also find me on my website at pothound.ca. I work with Hanya a lot, the lovely he, him king today, who gave us some poetry and some music. I will be bringing some music. I can only write breakup songs, apparently. It's the curse of being a Libra. I'll let you decide how bad they are, how great they are. But yeah, I got this drum machine a month or two ago, and I have been trying to not touch my guitar because I've been playing guitar for like 12 years, and sometimes you need a change. So yeah, I'll be doing some singing, but it's also mostly an instrumental. So yeah, let's vibe. Let's see. Let me share my sound. Nice. Hopefully this works. No, that's not what I wanted. Come so close. No, there we go. All right. Sick. Okay, can people hear this? Yes. Is it a good volume?
Come party,
Caught your eye at the bottom of a whiskey neat. I saw your shine under the pale moonbeam. I make you mine, a goddess that I know I see. But behind that smile, just absent reverie. One more time, a tale of three new hope queens. Lost your mind, running from reality. I've like shown it to a couple people before, but this is it. Thank you for listening. Yeah, it's called Campari Sadness. I'm still working on it, collabing with some people for some more like production and songwriting stuff. But yeah, thanks for listening.
Nice.
That was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
At Podhound, right? Podhound?
Yeah, at Podhound. Simple.
Okay, great.
I got there first.
That's one of the best names. I feel one of the best names I feel like I've ever heard. It's so dope. And that was such an amazing track.
Thank you.
Where can we find that?
So I'm still writing it.
Okay.
Lucky you. You got a little sneak peek.
Yes, love it.
But yeah, so to expand on my name, it's not just like I smoke weed and it's great, which, you know, I do, but so I grew up in Trinidad and Tobago, and like a common term for like a street dog is a potong, like a pothound. And like as someone who's like a mixed race kid, like grew up in like the Caribbean, like it's just something that really resonated with me. And yeah, so if you want to find out more of my music stuff and just more about me in general, you can go to my website at pothound.ca. As well, I'm involved with T-Base, Hania. Shouts out Hania once again, King. And also, I help run, co-facilitate, and DJ occasionally Cooler Fete, which is a queer-inclusive, queer-run soca party that happens at this point once a month. So not this coming Friday, but the next one. We're going to have a little Zoom party shindig and have some DJs lined up. We're going to probably announce them in the next week. And yeah, look out for that at coolerfetfamily or at coolerfetfamily on Instagram. I'll type it out. Yeah. And yeah, that's my spiel.
All right. Well, guys, one more time, big round of applause for Podhound. That's so good. Love that song.
Yeah.
I want a copy of that song for sure. I also feel you on like I could only write like stuff that I'm releasing. It could only be like breakup stuff or like love stuff. All this like my inspirational, emotional, that kind of stuff. I keep not releasing it because I'm like it's just not as good as my love heartbreak stuff. I have no idea why. It's definitely a Libra thing. I think we should do a show where it's all Libra shit, all heartbreak stuff, lots of boxes of Kleenex, and we all cry and love ourselves for all the breakup shit that we've created together. So thank you so much again for being on our show, and it's amazing to be able to see your music because I've met you in so many.
Yeah, you've never heard my music.
I've never heard your music. Well, I've seen you perform live, just guitar wise, but like not seen this type of music. So I'm really grateful to be able to see that. So thank you again. All right, we got to keep this show rolling, though. We got Shavar coming up next. If everybody wants to give a big round of applause, Shavar is right here. Here we go.
Yeah, unmute that. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yo, man, this has been such a dope show. And forgive me if I'm a little bit hazy because I've been smoking and drinking, just vibing the whole time. I put together, I just been writing a lot during this time, right? And like, my thoughts have been all over the place. So I just kind of put something together and I formed it as a story for you guys. It's a spoken word piece. So it's called Horus. I don't know if you're familiar with Horus, the god of the sky, but let's get into it. Yeah. The god of the sky was born just to rise through the torment. More shit formed in his mind than a forming. Don't be surprised if it's pouring concrete all through the sky, and it's hard to deny that the more that he rhymed, that the more that the whole thing divide like he's Moses. No, it's Horus. Focus, cause it's all in his eye. When he was just a boy, he would dream about it. Every night he would dream about it. He'd be holding it right in his hand before he would wake up and then be without it. Always wondered if he could find it. Didn't know the words to define it. He just knew that this was the key that he always needed to immortalize him, becoming a menace or polarize him, writing the verses to vocalize him, beginning to learn to reorganize him, using magic to globalize him, went on a journey in hopes to find it, walked to the desert with no horizon. If anybody were to get in his way, he would write on the scripture and pulverize him. His father was dearly departed. His mother was caught in the darkness. So having a son is what solarized her. Got used to the pain and he normalized it. A little off balance with no alignment. He had dreams of being a king, but he needed the castle just so we could fortify it. Couple people trying to burn it down. Many tried to even take the crown. Couldn't understand what formed me in. Like a scorpion, he was versatile. Never stuck to a certain style. He knew they would try to label him. That's how they would try to take him down. So he acted like he never heard a sound. A lot of people wanted what he wanted. He would never let anyone get in his way. The words he's stringing together could alter the weather, leave everyone dead in the grave. They built an army, it was never the same. But remember, he's the god of the sky. He was born just to rise through the torment. More shit formed in his mind than a forming. Don't be surprised if it's pouring concrete all through the sky. And it's hard to deny that the more that he rhymed, that the more that the whole thing divided like he's Moses. But no, it's Horus. Focus, because it's all in the eye. That's my piece.
That was amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
What? Can you repeat that last line again, please? Just one more time.
The god of the sky, he was born just to rise through the torment. More shit formed in his mind than a forming. Don't be surprised if it's pouring concrete all through the sky. And it's hard to deny that the more that he rhymed, that the more that the whole thing divided like he's Moses. No, it's Horus. Focus, because it's all in the eye. I couldn't just go to the last one because the way I have it kind of it strings together and it's weird. I couldn't just do that.
Yo, that was so good, Shavar. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I had a blanket up on this so I don't look like a gamer going into it. I didn't feel like it was the right vibe. But now, like, you know, I kind of fell down. So
yo, it's all good, man. I love you for you. It's all good. It's all, no problem. Guys, one more time. Get up for Shavar. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Woo, Shavar. This is amazing, guys. And I don't know if many of you guys know. A lot of you guys are part of our community and everything. We want to just give a big shout out to the work that Shavar has done on a music video that he released recently. Actually, after hours, we were able to watch it last time. So maybe even if you guys want to stick around for an extra 5-10 minutes, we'd be able to, you guys could watch it. I want to watch it again, honestly. I love that
thanks,
video.
Man. Yeah, I definitely have to reconnect. I have to reconnect on my laptop. I'm on my phone right now.
Okay, no problem. Even if it doesn't work out, it's all good. So before we get into the next, sorry?
I'm down, yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So before we get into our next performer, Daniel actually wants to just remind you guys a little bit about the affirmation, what was the word again?
It was just that we're wanting to kind of extend the community beyond just the Saturday. So if anybody wants to be a part of a little accountability project, we're still kind of working out the kinks in it. But if you do want to be involved, send us a message through Facebook or just give us your email. And I think by next week we'll come up with some ideas. And if we all have these creative projects that we're just looking for a little push, you know, if we're like, yo, we're all going to embark on this journey together. And, you know, once a week, I want to release a 5-minute video about this, or I want to write a song a month, or I want to paint a picture a week, or whatever it is. But we all kind of commit to this thing and we all push each other and we have a group where we just keep ourselves updated. Like, it's such a big idea. I know I see in my mind, like, a television show, kind of like a Kenny versus Spenny, but a little bit more like inspiring. And if anybody wants to be a part of this kind of accountability project, throw your email in the chat or reach out to us. And I'd love to get that going next week, but we'll come with some rules collectively and see what's good. The other thing was, as Anto mentioned, we've got the Instagram up and running, so you can definitely message us on the Instagram, which is right here, and it is run by the beautiful Annie Carter, FreeFlow Showcase. We just kind of shed light on give some light to our beautiful performers, and just keep pushing each other higher and higher and higher.
Yeah,
That was
sure, man. Thank you, man. So I love that. And I just wanted to give a really quickly, just a highlight of what it is that I ended up doing for accountability. Me and my friend Michael, I ended up saying that I was going to release my first chapbook, and he was going to actually do a 5-song EP. And he ended up getting the flu 2 weeks before. And then we both put down $100, and he got the flu like 3 weeks before something. I ended up finishing my chapbook, and he wasn't able to end up finishing his. So I ended up getting $100, and the money that I ended up making from that, I actually used to print out my first chapbooks. So it's obviously not about money, but it's all about like specifically keeping each other accountable, having our own goals. Each person can come in with whatever they're wanting, and we just check in with each other and support each other in the community in that way. So thank you again, Daniel, for sharing that. I really appreciate all the community building and all the wanting to push for growth that we're having right here. Before we move forward, though, too, I also wanted to quickly shout out Royson, who's in the room. I think you and Shavar should have a fucking song together. You guys and your mad rhymes, like my brain would explode. Just you guys back and forth. It would be so good. You guys got it.
That'd be really dope.
Yeah, for sure. So down.
For sure.
Yeah, I would love that. So maybe next time we'll be able to get you guys to start chatting or whatever. But yes, before we move forward, I also wanted to say thank you to all the people who stayed. This is obviously past midnight. We do have 2 performers that are left. If you guys are able to still stick around for that, we would love that. So if you guys could give a huge round of applause. You actually saw him a little bit earlier, but he wanted to share his own song. So give a big round of applause for Lou, everybody. Yes. And he also put his hair down into some little emo styles. I like this.
Woo.
No one can escape the roasting. Ha 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 ha.
Can't hear you. No. Sorry, man. Now we know it's not Ashley and it's Lou. Just kidding.
It's true. The thing is, my setup, I really want to get the loops to sound good, and I really don't want to use my microphone from my laptop. But it is what it is.
It sounds good. It sounds good.
Yeah, for now. I will play this song that I made with my buddy Shaq. We made it 2 days ago. It was like 11 a.m. or 11:30 or something after a hangover. We had been making more music the night before, working on his mixtape. So this is like a very laid back, like a summer hit vibe. Kind of, we were just trying to get our moods back up from like really feeling pretty bad from the night before. I'm going to just play it. Let me know how it sounds. One time, with all the day, you know that I'm so fine. See you in the feet, when you show all the signs. You never end up making you shit behind the blinds. You nasty, huh? But still so classy, huh? I get around, get up, get down, feel the sound. You can move right now. It's so delicious, fresh kisses. All these black shots, excuse me. One time, with all the day, you know that I'm so fine. See you in the feet. Feel so classy, huh?
So you left me right here. Gotta let you go. Gotta let you go. So you left me right here. Gotta let you go. Gotta let you go.
Actually, nah, this is gonna be too loud. Let me try some, bringing it back.
Gotta let you go. Gotta let you go. Get around, get up and get down, get down. You're gonna feel the sound. Keep it moving right now. Skin so delicious, ocean kisses. Block shots.
Like, excuse me, missus.
One time. With all the things, you know that that's so fine. See you in the front, where you showing all these signs. Never in the book, keep the shit behind the pines. You nasty, huh?
But still so classy, huh?
So you left me right here. Gotta let you go. Gotta let you go. So you left me right here. Gotta let you go. Gotta let you go. So you left me right here. Gotta let you go.
Yeah.
Woo! Voila. Cool, yeah, so I was just playing, I guess you can't really see what I'm doing here, but I'm doing some bass parts, some like keys in the back. It's kind of like layers, you know, just for live effects. But yeah, that's some fun. Let me play another track.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't think we have time this week, unfortunately. We could only do
all
one
good.
song. Yeah, we're already past midnight, so we gotta keep rolling. Apologies.
Damn.
But thank you, man.
No worries. Thanks for all the consistent talent this week. This community is amazing. I love coming back every week and seeing new people. And yeah, let's keep it going.
Yes, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Guys, one more time, give a big round of applause for Lou. Yeah. All right. Guys, we made it. This is so amazing. We are so grateful we made it all the way to the end of the show. We do have one more performer, and we are going to share Shavar's video, but they actually did not want to be recorded, so we're going to end the show. And then if you guys could please stick around, we are going to have a little bit of an after party chill and like chat. And I do want to talk about the things that Aisha was mentioning earlier. I would love to get that conversation started this week as well. But if you guys wanted to give the audience and yourselves a huge round of applause, we're going to have this skip over all over you guys. Let's send all that love to everybody. Give a little bit of love. Yes, we appreciate it. Yeah. Give a lot of love to end this show.
All right, I'm gonna end this live stream to Facebook, and
sure.
so that's over now. And Marmar is gonna go next. Marmar,
yes,
Mar is gonna stop the recording as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna cancel the recording. This has been FreeFlow Volume 10. Bad hype. All right.